Hello, chat. Welcome to the 2022 NFL Draft. With us tonight, for the first time in Rally Towel sports history, all four members of the crew on at once. Mr. Corey James.
Let's go.
Mr.
What up,
Aaron
what
Bailey,
up?
and last but certainly not least, Mr. Todd Gottschall. And of course, as always, me.
Robbie.
Boys, how we feeling tonight? Hold on. Everybody.
Cheers. Oh,
I got
You're
the
classy,
Johnny
man.
Walker.
You can see mine. I'm almost done with mine because it's so good. I didn't start tonight on that.
I got the Johnny Walker in here.
Ooh, classy.
and I don't see that. I haven't seen the announcement yet, so I'm assuming Jacksonville. They've been on the clock for a few months now, but Jacksonville is not officially on the clock, right?
They were on the
haven't got-
clock like week 4.
That's a fair point. Fair point. That's a very, very good point, sir.
So the talk leading up to it, it seemed like Hutchinson was going to be the guy, and just this last week, all the betting odds switched to Trayvon Walker.
Trayvon Walker, Jaden, thanks for liking the stream, buddy. Welcome. Merry Draftmas. Yeah, no, I'm right there with. That's who I think it's going to be tonight. I think that's who I would have taken personally. I think there's still some questions about Hutchinson. At least that's kind of where my head lands on that. But I don't know, Aaron. What is that? Is that the best pick in your mind as well?
I don't really know. It's weird because I think every year there's always like a quarterback who's like the clear number one, and even if your team doesn't need a quarterback, you're probably going to trade that pick. So it's kind of a unique year where you don't see a number one quarterback going off the board. Oftentimes if it's not going to be a quarterback, it's either going to be a left tackle or a defensive end. So it certainly fits the mold. It's not like we're going to see a punter go one here or anything like that and really shock them. But the only thing I'm worried about with Trayvon Walker is guys who don't get high sack numbers in college very rarely come in and just like totally eclipse that. Now we've seen it before, but that just makes me a little bit nervous. And, for the number one pick, you don't want to take the safest guy either though. Right. So you want whoever you think has the most upside.
Right. Ryan, thanks for liking the video. Bruce, thank you for liking the video. Jacksonville is officially going to be on the clock here in about 30 seconds. So it looks like they're shooting off the pyrotechnics. People are clapping. There's Mr. Goodell.
Here's the
walking out on
booze.
stage. You piece of shit. All right, Todd.
Let him rain down.
If you're Jacksonville, who you taking? Do you agree with the masses here or?
Well, my first question to Ryan is, who's the one that's not handsome? Because what I see here is a full screen of very good-looking young men.
I would say he's probably going to say me because of this.
Due to the shirt. It's got to be.
It has to be due to the shirt. I appreciate the hate. Keep it coming.
Poncho vibes tonight, baby. It's draft day.
My team's not even picking, so I just went black.
I believe your question to me was, who do I think Jacksonville is going to pick number one overall?
Yes, sir.
It's got to be Trayvon Walker. You're out of your mind if you're Jacksonville and you don't take Trayvon.
That clear cut now, because we weren't at this point. You know what I mean? We were not at this point. That's like a week ago.
It's Aaron. Hold on.
That's fair. I don't know him, but I can accept that.
That's a rough go.
It's a little rude.
You're starting off hot. We're not even 5 minutes into the stream yet, and you're already saying somebody on here is not handsome.
That's in the chat for Ryan for being a dick. Come on.
I'm not used to like being online and people are like, "Yeah, well, you suck, dude."
Yeah, that's never happened.
Got to take it.
You get used to it. You get used to it. It's okay. You get used to it.
Careful. No, I do. I think Trayvon's the clear-cut number one overall pick. You look at somebody of that size with that athleticism that can cover the amount of ground that he can cover. And Aaron's point's valid. I mean, he's not a bona fide pass rusher yet. He didn't have to do that in Georgia. There was so much surrounding him in Georgia that they could float him into the middle of the field and meet a tight end 8 yards down the field, or you could throw him on the edge and he could be a quarterback's worst nightmare. I think Trayvon's the guy. I just don't think it. There's not very many more people in this draft that you see that are built like that with that type of athleticism. I think that's a really special thing that he carries.
So that being said, if Trayvon's the pick at 1,
All right, we got Ice Cube on stage right now.
Aiden Hutchinson going to the Lions then,
Raiders
right?
jersey. Why is
It has
hold
to.
on.
Yeah, I don't think it's Thibodeau. I don't. For the love of God, if they take a quarterback, things are already not making sense to me. But yeah, I think Hutchinson's he's the second best or he's the best available at the number 2 spot if Trayvon Walker's taken first. So yeah, you take best available, right? That's the strategy.
And you think Hutchinson? So we're talking about upside. Hutchinson has more upside than Malik Willis.
At the next level.
Yeah, well, that's what we're talking about, right?
Yeah. I haven't had a conversation with somebody where they've talked about Malik Willis making an impact in the NFL yet.
I think he's the first quarterback taken, in my opinion, because of that factor that we talked about just now about upside.
Did you guys see his Wonderlic score?
I did. It was like in the 30s, right?
Yeah, he was like the second highest Wonderlic score.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
That's fucking interesting, man. That's fucking interesting.
I mean, Liberty is a private institution.
All right, so the top Wonderlic scores for the quarterbacks: Billy Zappi at 35, Sam Howell at 34, Malik Willis 32, Carson Strong 22, Desmond Ritter 19, Kenny Pickett 17, and Matt Corral.
Small hand, small brain.
Matt Corral.
Sheesh. But I mean that was impressive. I think the Wonderlic actually definitely helped Malik Willis's draft status. It just shows that he's very capable of thinking on his feet quickly.
That's all the Wonderlic is. Hold on, let me just put it out here like this: how high would Bobby Boucher have gotten on the Wonderlic? Probably not.
He would have aced that bitch. You saw what he did in his test.
No, Bobby did not ace the GED. Let's be very clear about that. He didn't ace it. He passed it. Okay.
It's a better Wonderlic than Patrick Peterson. That's my opinion.
Hell of a football player. That's what I mean.
The thing, though, is if while he's taking the Wonderlic test, his girlfriend's outside saying, "Do you want me to murder them?
Do you want me to? Should I kill them or should I murder them?" Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. He's gonna ace it either way.
Vicky Valancourt.
Yeah.
Yes.
Jacksonville's officially on the clock. They have about 8 minutes 45 seconds left. Jordan came in. First pick is who? We've discussed a couple names.
That's perfect. Now I know how far behind.
But Trayvon Walker that they're showing right now on the big board. Daniel Jeremiah's best available. Walker is 6th on his board.
Who's he have number 1?
Aiden Hutchinson. Oh, sorry, it went away. Sauce Gardner was 2. That's all I got.
Okay.
I got here. So I still got you. Aquanu, Wilson, Hamilton, Walker, London, Neal, Johnson, Thibodeau as a top 10. I really like Sauce Gardner a lot. I think he's going to go 4 to the Jets.
I think he'll be the first corner taken.
I hope not.
Just
for Cincinnati's sake, I hope not. He's going to just turn into Darrelle Revis and be the only thing that's important on that team and fizzle out.
Yeah, I mean, hell of a career though, right?
Yeah, he had a great career.
I mean,
yeah.
Don't get me wrong, but
one of the bright spots.
To see anybody that talented go to a team that shitty that just can't develop talent.
All right, so we have to figure out some kind of drinking game for tonight. If you get it, something with the picks, chat. Let us know.
Keep in mind we have ours on mute, so we
yeah.
So if it can't be like every word or every time Goodell gets booed, which we can just assume.
Well, if Cleveland trades up and gets a pick, I'll shotgun a beer.
Oh, I like that. I like that.
I'll do it for you.
What?
Who are you?
I mean, I got bourbon. I got vodka. I've been trying to cut the beer out.
Okay. It's your wedding coming up. I got it. Yeah. Tuck it in.
Trying to keep it lean, keep it tight.
Yeah, I want the minimal amount of calories and the maximum amount of just
fuck it up. Yeah. I got you. Efficiency.
Yeah.
Bourbon gets you there. It does get you there.
Scotch whiskey and vodka.
All right. Well, if the Bengals trade up, I'll take a pull from this thing. How about that? We're just putting some bets out on the line. If the Bengals trade up, I'll take a big pull out of this. If they trade up and get Sauce Gardner, I will.
There's one. There's a drink right there. Is just
you got to take that shit to the head.
Oh yeah, every trade. Yeah, every trade. And there's a few of them coming up tonight. We got. I think the first trade partner or first trade team that makes the most sense to me is Giants at 5. Why? They're in front of Carolina, who is a potential pick for quarterback, right? The Giants have 7, so they're not going to have to move back very far. They still have an early top 10 pick. They've already addressed that they're not going to have a quarterback. Yeah, they didn't pick up Daniel Jones' 5th-year option today, but it's pretty clear that they're giving him that opportunity to play. They also have Tyrod Taylor in that quarterback room. So Giants quarterback at 5, not very likely. So teams that also are interested in taking a quarterback might be trading up to get ahead. Like say a team falls in love with Kenny Pickett or Desmond Ridder or Malik Willis, like we mentioned earlier, trading up to that number 5 pick to get it from the Giants who don't necessarily need it, get in front of the Panthers. That's an option. Another one, we've got 2 New York teams with first-round picks, not just the Giants, but the Jets have at 5, I think, or 4. What did you say? 4 and 10.
4 and 10, yeah.
The Lions, obviously, with 2 and 32. The Chiefs was 29 and 30. New Orleans has like 16 and 21 or something like that. So we've got a lot of teams with multiple picks. Obviously, the Colts, the Browns, the Rams. There's a few. The Raiders, I don't believe, have a first-round pick. There's lots of teams in this first round that aren't present, which is unusual. It's this has been a weird draft, as in like we don't really know the top 3 even. Like it could go a lot of different ways. And it's unusual in the fact that we don't, we have a different crowd being made up here.
All right, so here's my issue here. They're showing the Jacksonville draft room, and they're all just sitting there drinking coffee. Like they're not talking about like they're picking.
Oh, they know who they're picking.
Like
Why put it in?
Okay, finally, thank you. Picks in.
There we go.
With the first pick.
Wait, are you that far ahead of us?
I'm just fucking with you.
Oh, God damn it,
I
Bobby.
was gonna say, the 3 of us just went.
And now we get Susie.
Well, that's how I'm going to have
For
to
your
watch. Like mine
sins.
now is just saying pick is in. So
Yeah.
Same. Aaron and I are on the same page right now.
Yeah. I
Aaron-
got dial up over
Aaron,
I'm gonna
Susie's
skip
going to
first.
pop
I'm
up on the
gonna time it
TV, bud.
here.
You get to see Susie.
Who?
Susie, who?
Susie.
One of the Mount Rushmore of sports reporting. Susie
Oh.
Colbert.
Oh, okay. Well, thank God.
I was at a
Right.
Monday night game once in Cincinnati, and I got to see like Michael Irvin, Steve Young, Susie Colbert. I got to see all those people in person. It was kind of cool.
It's pretty sick. Hola, Rob. Thank
Hola,
you for
¿cómo
joining
estás?
us. Poncho vibes from Rob, too. I dig it. Thank you. And
I believe
Modelo.
Rob's nickname is Dirty Harry, if I'm not mistaken.
It is. That's his tag on Twitch. If you guys like video game streams, and you watch on Twitch, go check him out.
It'll
the
make
thing
his
about
day,
Rob.
punk.
Rob is excellent at making the TikToks because
Oh,
Rob
yeah?
has great reactions to.
His reactions are way
one-shot.
better than mine.
They're great because he almost shits his pants every time there's a one shot.
Yeah.
His headphones fall off. He's just launching his controller across the room. It's incredible. It's a great thing. I love it.
What are these
It's pretty
Vikings
exciting.
fans doing right now? Oh, God. Whew.
Gentlemen, before the first pick is in, I'd like to say a quick cheers to the 4 of us.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Getting
post-
to be in the same room at the same time. It's a magical moment for Rally Towel Sports, and I'm here for it. So cheers.
Oh, fuck you, Ian Rappaport.
Oh, that lone Cowboys fan standing there. He just doesn't look happy already.
This is just like the worst time though. It's like all the time between pick is in. Like,
Yeah.
the draft is awesome. There's just so much dead time, which is why I'm glad we're doing this.
All right.
You're welcome, everyone else.
First ever
Yeah.
draft choice announced in Las Vegas, Nevada. With the first pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, the Jacksonville Jaguars select Trayvon Walker,
Yeah.
Let's
linebacker
go,
out of
baby.
Georgia.
It's a great pick. It's a great pick. He's going to
Aaron,
make it
take
an immediate.
Take your shirt off, Aaron. You lost.
That's who I said was going.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Yeah, I was
He just wanted you to take your shirt off, I'm pretty
yeah.
sure.
I thought maybe.
Well, you know who else does is Ryan.
Ryan, yeah.
So here's the thing
He
is
said Aaron was sexy, not handsome. Big
these
Once I take my shirt off, I'm going to get a retraction.
I'd like to redact that statement, please. So you're just looking at the reaction of Trayvon Walker and his family as it's being announced right now, and it's this guy's known for like 2 weeks that he's going to Jacksonville. I just want to be very
Yeah, for
clear
sure.
about this. Like, first of all, Jacksonville probably felt around for offers, but they just weren't getting what, doing their due diligence, right? Listening to people talk about what they would throw up for their pick, but nobody really needed to get to the top for a quarterback. And that's when people's really going to start throwing draft capital, as we're watching Trayvon Walker just dominate other human beings. Okay.
So Trayvon Walker.
The pick is in, and boys.
Go ahead.
No, holy shit.
Yeah, guy's a freak. So here's the thing, Trayvon.
No,
Walker,
I'm talking about this next pick.
Oh.
For Detroit.
You already know?
Yeah, because Ian Rappaport sucks, and I haven't turned off the notifications yet.
Oh, you got to do it.
All right,
Oh,
flip
my
your
God.
phone over. Don't ruin this for the rest of
That's why I'm watching it. I'm watching it on my phone.
you dick.
Well, who do you think it is?
Oh, dare you.
Well,
There's
Todd's
no
looking
shot-
at it now.
there's
Look
no
at him.
shot they take Sauce Gardner too.
Look at Todd.
Is it Malik?
Look at Todd. He's already looking it up. He can't
I
wait.
feel
Well,
like
fuck
I
yeah,
have
I'm
to
looking
now.
it up. I can't wait anymore. I hate not knowing.
Just tell us.
I'll let Todd do it. I want Todd to break the news.
I mean, let's wait. Let's wait.
Let's wait for the people.
Yeah.
For the people. If you like the suspense, it's going to be a fun night. Clearly, it's going to be a fun night because
Asshole.
Wait, you
Like
said
I-
Rappaport tweeted it out?
Yep. Look at you. You guys can't even wait now. You're telling me about not waiting, and now you're jumping in there.
I don't see it.
Oh, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he retweeted it.
Maybe. But it would still show up on his feed.
Needs the lighting a little bit.
Maybe I'm lying.
Maybe you already got had by some fake
Did I already get had?
that has like that weird white 7 instead of
Oh no, it was Ari, and it's not not a shock. It's Ari.
right.
Ari tweeted it, not Rap. But
So I
know
wanted
who
to
it is.
ask you guys real quick. So we just saw Walker, at home with his family, enjoying the fact that he just became, the number one
millionaire.
overall pick in the biggest sport in the United States. Pretty cool moment.
It's awesome.
If you guys were in that position, would you watch it from home or would you want to be at the draft?
I'd be at the draft, 100%.
It's a tough call. I think I would want the experience of being at the draft though as well.
That's the way I'm leaning.
Yeah, I bet you got like Joe Thomas who's like, I'm going
I'm
deep sea
fishing with
fishing
my
with my dad.
That's the coolest thing ever.
Joe Burrow obviously didn't have the choice due to the pandemic. A lot of these guys didn't have the
No,
option.
I know. Well, now that it's, this is the first, even last year when it was in Cleveland, it was still
Thank you,
everyone in
Will.
masks and there was still, some restrictions and
Yeah.
stuff like that. They had that area by the stage that was, ticket
Yeah.
only. And then so this is, kind of a little bit of a return to normalcy for,
Aiden
for
Hutchinson.
a little bit. So I don't know. I would probably want the experience of being there.
Yeah,
Wow.
Aiden
Two defensive
Hutchinson.
ends back to back.
going to the Lions.
Man, that's
Dan.
he's gonna have to move a hell of a
Yeah.
long way. I'll tell you.
Dan
he's-
Campbell, when the Jaguars drafted Trayvon Walker, Dan Campbell's dick went shoot.
Oh, yeah.
No, you know what? And similarly to the fact that Trayvon knew he was a Jag, I think Aiden knew he was a Lion throughout the opening pitch at the Tigers game 2 weeks ago. So just more
Yeah,
connecting
but
of the
even that
dots.
would still make sense just being a former Michigan player, regardless of if he was going to the
Sure.
Lions or not.
Yeah.
Ryan does make a good point though. He said he looks awfully skinny.
You would too in a slim fit suit, Ryan. Come on. It's an all black slim fit suit.
Would he?
I would look thin in that suit.
God, you be busting out of that bitch. Don't.
I think Aiden Hutchinson
Look-
is probably bigger than me.
I think it's a good
Right.
pick for Detroit. You got a guy that you
I
can
know,
build
your
around.
Your shoulders are pretty big.
Thanks,
Your
man.
shoulders. Them shoulders there, man.
Shoulders.
Dude, this guy's gonna sell so many fucking jerseys in Detroit. It's not even funny. He went to Catholic school in Detroit, in Dearborn, Michigan, right?
Oh,
So,
really?
Yes, he
Oh.
is a Detroit man, and he's coming home playing for his team. Look at him; he's jacked. Of course, he is. He just got drafted. It's a
And for a
childhood
te-
dream.
And for a team like the Lions, like, hey, cool, good for them, good for the fan base. If I'm sure most Lions fans are probably Michigan fans, and that's always cool. Like when the Browns drafted Denzel Ward, that was kind of cool. A local guy stays in town. It's cool. It's always a
Right.
good story. And that fan base could use something to rally around.
Yeah, absolutely. And now they have a star, right? They have a star
Yeah.
player, which is something that they
Yeah.
haven't had. I mean, they got DJ Shark now. I mean, that's kind of cool, but he's not. It's not like your number 1 draft pick. No, your number 2 overall draft pick.
Right.
Remember when they drafted Jeff Okudah at number 3 2 years ago?
I do. This is a much better value pick here at number 2 that this time around with new front office here for Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell. Good pick. I mean, a great pick. I'm going to be rooting for him to do well. So good for the Lions. Lions fans, how are we
look
feeling?
At Dan Campbell. He's jacked up. He loves it.
Yeah, absolutely. He's a kneecap biter.
Yeah, I was gonna say that guy bites kneecaps.
He bites kneecaps. I mean, that's the prereq, right? That's how you have to. That's what you got to do.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. Simon said, "Do any of these games run on gasoline?" I don't believe so.
We do.
We
The
do.
gasoline we run on is dark liquor.
Yep.
That's
Facts.
my fuel. Houston
100%.
immediately with the pick in.
So who's
I like
Houston
that.
taking?
You know what I
Houston's
mean?
taking is Houston taking Malik?
So my projected pick for them is the tackle from NC State,
100%.
What's his name?
Aquanu.
Aquanu. Thank you.
Aquanu. Okay, that'd be a good pick to pair up with Tunzel, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
Tunzel's the right
absolutely.
tackle. Put him at left tackle. Speaking of Laramie Tunzel, he has just minted his infamous bong mask video as an NFT. It is a one of one NFT. I swear to God.
I saw that.
I saw that.
First of all, what a fucking genius! That
Hard
is going to sell so high. I wouldn't sell it actually. I just let it climb and climb. So, or if I did sell it, I'd sell it to like a friend, and
Right.
then the friend sells it to a friend, and you just keep building the value until you just
Right.
a pump and dump on some stupid guy.
All right,
Yeah.
I'm going to throw this at the sexy man in the bottom corner. Ryan came in with a question. Who you got, Sauce or Stingley?
For here at 3?
Or in
Just
general.
Just a general
Oh, in
question.
gen-
Who's better?
Sauce. I think the 6'2 cornerback, sign me up.
With tons of reach too. I mean, the
Yeah,
spread,
yeah. There's more to it than that, obviously. Yeah, go ahead.
yeah. I mean, both played really sound football. I think Stingley had 1 penalty his entire career or something like
Yes. So
Um,
that's exactly what I was going to say. Like you have 1 penalty versus 0 touchdowns.
that. Yeah, they're. I mean, both very coached very well, coachable, right? That's the read that I get from those guys. But the biology of Sauce Gardner makes me want him more, just based on his frame, his speed, his ability to cover a catch radius better. That's why I want Sauce. So
Sure, absolutely. Well, Houston's pick is in. Chat, appreciate everybody swinging out tonight. If you haven't already, please make sure you like the video. Share it with a friend. Get everybody in here. Sorry.
that's good.
No, it's great. Yeah, it's great.
I mean, this
So,
is what the people come to
obviously,
see, Bob.
Right. Yeah, they just come.
It's
here
the
for that. They're like, all right,
Jabberwockies.
cool, I'm out. No, so Houston's pick is in. Rogers walking on stage. Todd, who they taking?
I think it's the tackle from NC State. That's my pick here at 3.
All right.
I
I'm
agree.
going Stingley. Shock.
Either way, if you take either one of those guys, you're in a very, very good position.
Yeah.
The third pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, the Texans select dun, da, 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 Derek Stingley Jr. LSU.
Wow.
Okay. There's our first surprise of the night.
Well, I think just for you and I, Aaron.
I still
Or-
think now here's the thing. I don't mind the pick. I don't mind the position. Cornerback is one of those premier positions that you pay for. So getting one on 5-year contract, that's phenomenal. I'm just surprised that it was Stingley over Sauce. That's
So what does this do to Todd? What does this do to Sauce Gardner's draft stock?
It means that he's going to get picked right now. No, I'm serious. I'm not. It sounds facetious, but I'm serious. I think now the Jets are just thanking Houston for taking Stingley because I still think Sauce is the better defensive player overall between the two of those. I think this comes down to Stingley having the ability to have some SEC games under his belt versus Sauce playing in the American Conference, right? I don't. These guys are two different types of cornerbacks. Stingley is a very aggressive, hands-on. You're watching the highlights. He's a very aggressive quarterback.
Yeah.
Sauce is a very meticulous
He
defensive
uses his
back.
hands very well.
Yes, and Sauce is excellent at being able to understand where he's at on the field and give him the best position to be the best defender. That's him and Kobe Bryant. There was a reason why they were two of the three best defensive backs in college football, and Stingley is the third best, right? So we're just seeing the better athlete or the better resume of the two get picked first, in my opinion.
That's fair.
It could also come down to just scheme in general. You know what I mean? Most of the time, a GM isn't going to, especially with the Texans might not be a good example, but there are a lot of situations where the marriage between GM and head coach is, the head coach is pretty heavily involved with the draft process. Sometimes not at all. Sometimes it's all up to the GM. And then obviously there's the Patriots where it's just Bill Belichick's world. But sometimes that kind of thing can affect too. There might be a guy who's better, but at this early in the draft, I don't really think you see that a lot. It's going to be best player.
Yeah, so New York's got about 4 minutes left on the clock. Todd had originally projected, I think both of you projected Sauce Gardner to go to the Jets at 5.
I
Maybe
did,
That was you, Aaron. That was you. Yeah, so I mean, obviously it's very likely. Do you guys think these teams talk to each other prior to the draft just to kind of like, hey, where are you going? Like, what are you doing? Like, are they trying to play nice in the sandbox up front, or how do you think that works?
I actually don't think there's a lot of there are conversations, but I think it's more geared towards what can you give me for this pick, right? I don't think the Jets and the Texans are corresponding with one another prior to the draft, right? They're doing their own things separately, but I think that a team like Kansas City is having a conversation with New York or with Carolina or with Houston, whatever, to try to see what the feelers are to what they could do to trade up. But I think that when you have these close picks next to each other, there's very little correspondence. That's my personal opinion.
How about you, Aaron?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of weird though, right? Because Hutchinson was the Vegas favorite for all the way leading up to the draft just until this last week. And then you saw Walker turn into minus money. So somebody's got to know that. Somebody has to be talking. Like, Vegas is not in the business of losing money. So I'm of the opinion that if Vegas can find out, an NFL front office can find out as well. So I think there's a little bit of that, whether that be sources, leaks, whatever you want to call it. But I also don't think they're just blatantly saying we're going to take this guy. More of it is kind of having that conversation and alluding to the player. But at the beginning part of the draft, I think the teams know a little bit more. And then as you kind of start getting into like the 7, 8, 9 and on, is when I think things start to get a little bit crazy, because you might have been sitting there at 10 and say, we're going to take this guy if he falls to us. But there was a guy who was on your board ahead of him that you just anticipated him being gone. And now he's available. Now you have to have that conversation.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
That's kind of what I was talking about earlier. Like, I feel like Aiden knew he was going to the Lions, similarly to Trayvon knew that he was going to the Jags, and Joe Burrow knew he was going to the Bengals. I think the Browns kind of kept it a little bit tighter to the chest when they took Baker.
Yeah, definitely.
Just because that one was, you've seen the video of the call, right? You've seen
the Browns could have had Josh Allen.
Okay, well, so could a lot of people.
Yeah. I mean,
everyone could have had Tom Brady. Every team could have had Tom Brady. Every team could have had Russell Wilson. Hindsight is what it
Josh Allen is probably one of my biggest whiffs ever of
same.
I think we had talked about that on a previous podcast, so I'll keep it brief. But I mean, when you looked at his completion percentage in college, it was just abysmal, and he was playing against bottom line talent anyway. Now, obviously, he didn't.
West, right?
Yeah, I mean, he's out there in Wyoming, and I understand that he didn't have the best players around him. But when you're, a top 10 pick, you kind of anticipate that you're going to elevate that a little more. Athletic freak beyond belief. I didn't see it the way that it has turned out.
And a lot of what that ends up being is he's in a situation where, high school allowed him to get to where he was, but it probably didn't have the same amount of resources that, took him, that would have gotten him to a higher college platform, right?
Sure.
And similarly in college,
he's a JUCO guy. He's a JUCO guy as well.
So similarly, then in college, the resources there didn't allow him to excel to the plane that he would have to been a higher pick. And then now that he's in the NFL, where the playing field is relatively level in terms of coaching, in terms of resources, in terms of training, diet, et cetera, that's when those athletes, those gems, like Geno Atkins was a 4th-round pick. There's zero reason Geno Atkins should have been a 4th-round pick, but he was. And then he was at Georgia, so that's less of a resources thing. I mean, Georgia, right? But still, it allowed him to excel, to get drafted, and now he's moving on up, and he'll probably be a Hall of Famer one day.
That is just an absolute sea of people standing outside that stage. That is unbelievable.
COVID's over.
But the pick is in. Goodell is walking on the stage now. If you guys did see, they looked pretty sauced up.
Yeah, look pretty sauced up in there in that Jets room.
That's my favorite part of the draft is when they cut to the draft room and it looks like they just fucking landed on the moon.
We did it! We did it!
With the first of 2 top 10 picks, the 4th pick in the NFL draft, New York Jets select
Ahmad Gardner, University of Cincinnati, baby.
Is that right?
6'2",
Yep.
6'2", 190 pounds. His 40 time is 4.41.
All right. Well, I called that
blazing.
You did call that one. Aaron called that. I think we're pretty well. No,
right.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm undefeated.
Corey's batting 1,000.
Yeah, but
I could pull it up because I played a game with my buddy. I got like the last 8 picks last year, the first 8 picks right.
I remember you were telling me about this game.
Yeah, it's
go ahead
actually
and
really fun.
describe it. Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, what it is you fill out your mock draft and you get 5 points for getting the correct player, the correct team. You get, I think it's like 3 points if you get the team selecting the right position. So for instance, if I had Sauce Gardner going 3, but it was, the LSU guy, I still get 3 points for getting the correct position correct. You get points for predicting a team's going to trade up or trade down. It's fun. And then you make kind of an aggressive mock draft. And it's a lot of fun.
I'm digging the baby blue suit, though.
It is the first player to be drafted in the first round of the University of Cincinnati since 1971, snapping a 50-plus year drought for the Bearcats. And credit where credit is due. The guy's an absolute stud, and he is going to also sell a lot of jerseys in New York.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I would love to see the NFL give him the opportunity to just put Sauce on the back of his jersey.
Just
right?
Sauce.
Just Sauce.
Oh, you can't disrespect the Shield like that.
Yeah, come on. And Rodgers going to fuck around with that? No way.
It was like a big deal when Robert Griffin was able to put the fucking 3 on his back, and now everyone does like junior, senior.
Well, yeah, and then now even like the junior guys are doing Roman 2.
Yeah.
So I just saw a stat here. The second time in the NFL draft history, the first 4 picks were defensive players.
Oh, wow.
Interesting.
You said first time in NFL history, huh?
Second time.
Second time. What was the other one?
They did not show the year, which is very disappointing because if you're going to put that stat up, you better give me.
Yeah. Well, how are you not going to?
Right.
Yeah.
You
Because
dickwad.
now my brain feels broken because I don't have a year to give you guys, and I apologize for that.
Ricky Eball, thanks for liking the video. Ryan coming with a question. Obviously, Giants are up next. He's asking, do the Giants go O-line?
Yeah, I think that's not. I think a wide receiver is an option too here for the Giants. Their best option is Kenny Galladay. I mean, it's an option here for them, but offensive line is also something they need. They need a pass rush as well. Thibodeau's still out there. I think that we could see him go here too to the Giants. So
you're right. I mean, we haven't even talked about Thibodeau yet tonight at all. I mean, there was a point in time where he was a number one pick.
Right? Yeah.
And some questions of work ethic, some questions of mindset. All of a sudden now he's not in the top 4, and we're not even really considering him here.
I think you could see this pick get traded. I honestly think that this pick could get traded.
That chain that Sauce Gardner is wearing is unreal.
I'm about to get a peek at it right now.
Oh, yeah.
Good for him, dude. Fuck yeah.
That was obviously donated. Somebody made that for him.
I saw there was another guy who got one too.
Yeah, it was.
So he's running back. What, did he get traded already? Do we got
He just went in the wrong direction. Nobody was showing him where to go.
Oh, okay. I'm with it now. Oh shit! Craps table's over here. My bad.
It's interesting you say that the Giants could trade out of this because they
The pick's
You know,
in.
well. Oh, okay. Well, see, you guys are ahead of me. I can't see.
That doesn't matter.
But what were you
There's
going to
so-
say?
Well, I was just gonna say because you got Carolina up next, and then the Giants go again.
Exactly. That's what I mean. Is they
Yeah.
have the ability to trade that one to get ahead of Carolina, who could be taking a quarterback.
For sure.
So yeah, I mean, it could be Walker. They need a pass rush. The Giants need a pass rush here. They've invested in that offensive line a lot over the last 5 years under Gettleman, and it's just not working. So I think the Giants are at a point now where they're kind of like the Bengals, where I don't think you see the Bengals draft very much offensive line, where they go out and get proven offensive line. It's clear we cannot evaluate or develop talent at a high rate from an offensive line standpoint. Go get that talent that's already proven itself to be
Right.
successful in the league.
Jordan asked if that was Chris Angel. I don't know who you're referencing, Jordan. If you could elaborate, it'd be great.
That's the Mind Freak. He's
Mind
I know
the-
Chris
Freak,
Angel,
dude.
Mind Freak, but
No,
did
but
they show-
where?
did they show him on
Oh.
TV? Like that's what I was asking. Like, I know who he is.
Oh, he's got to be there, right? It's in Vegas. He should like come down and give the
Shit.
card.
I don't know if everybody got the
Goodell each
memo in
pick.
that Giants room, but I would say most of them are wearing blue suits. Good lord. Somebody stand out from the crowd. Oh, we got a gray suit in there. Okay. All right.
So Josh asked a question in the chat here. I want to see if you guys know, when was the last time the Bengals picked at 31 and who was it?
Who?
Probably 1990.
I think I actually know the answer to
1991.
this question, but I don't know the year.
It had to be 1991 because they went
Right.
to Super Bowl in 1990, right?
89
89
or
So it was
88.
19
I'm sorry,
So
88.
then it was 1989.
89.
So I believe, and Josh, you can tell me if I'm wrong. I believe that would be Carl Pickens. I believe that was the last pick at 31 overall. Because I
Carl
also
Pickens.
think,
What a great
I
Bengal.
also think that Ickey Woods was also picked 31st because that's like the 31st pick in the draft traditionally brings some good luck.
Oh, interesting.
It was 1991 and it was Howie. That's what Ryan's saying.
The New York Giants with the 5th overall selection in the 2022 NFL Draft select. Just kidding. This kid's about to give the pick, I think. Whoever this
Yeah.
human is.
He's
He's
with
pretty jacked.
he's with the
up.
Make a Wish Foundation. He just had a heart transplant.
Really?
That's dope.
It looked like it worked pretty well.
Yeah.
That guy's lively.
Yes, he is.
I mean, shit. If you just got a heart transplant, you'd be fucking living life too.
Yes, I would. Here comes the pick, ladies and gentlemen.
He's about to scream this shit into the mic. With the
Yeah.
5th pick.
Me too. Me too.
It's Thibodeau,
Hell
baby.
yeah.
Batting 1,000. Let's go.
Man.
Let's go.
Kayvon
Carolina
Thibodeau
coming
out
up
of
this-
Oregon. 5
gonna be-
defensive players drafted. No offense off the board yet. Holy shit.
If
This is
you
our
are,
first chance to see it.
I mean, if you need an offensive lineman, you're just creaming in your pants right now. You are just
Yeah.
absolutely jizzing in your pants. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean,
you have 3 great choices right now that you can take.
and the Giants can do it again at 7. They can get.
And that's what I was gonna say. They were in a great position there if they liked both offensive. If they liked two top.
Go ahead
guys
and take
there.
the guy that
Well,
the position
gonna
that's
say-
getting a run on it, and then
Yep.
go ahead and get one of the best top 2 tackles, right?
I mean,
Yeah.
having two
What a
top 10
suit.
picks is unreal. I mean, that's
He is a fucking unit. That is a grown man. That
He
is
just
not
looks
a.
like he rolled out under the Christmas tree, and he's like walking up to the stage.
he looks like he's about to get on stage with Donny Osmond and do a set.
He might. The Flamingo's not far from the Bellagio.
Yeah, he's
the
in against
Bellagio.
Vegas, baby. It's
He's
Vegas.
taking up
Let him wear that
residency
suit.
before training camp.
Yeah, him, Donnie and Marie at the Flamingo. It's going to be Kayvon, Donnie, and Marie. That's the new show at the Flamingo.
Beautiful. I love it.
And that
Love it.
Make-A-Wish kid just being hype man.
Just wishing he could hype him up even more. He's loving it.
He'll be like that ASL interpreter at the hip hop concerts.
At like an Eminem concert. Yeah. Yeah, that's amazing work, by the way. That is just nuts that they have the ability to do that.
It's
Wait,
incredible.
did you? Jordan saying, is that a Snickers logo?
I was looking. I can't. It looks like it, but I don't think it is.
Look at this.
Man, how far away do they have the fucking players' green room? Where they're like,
It's a walk.
that's a
It is a
walk,
walk.
man.
But
We're-
the
weren't
good
they
part
gonna do
about
the-
that, The good
What's
part
that?
about this, you've eaten already like a minute and a half off the Panthers clock. Like we don't have
That's
to
true.
wait. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? We have stuff to watch.
Dude, look at oh wow. That's
That
crazy.
make a wish kid like that. His life has been made.
That is,
Oh,
I believe that is a Snickers. I can confirm that is a Snickers in his jacket pocket.
Hey
Hell
man,
yeah.
get your money.
Fuck
I'm
yeah,
ready.
dude.
Grab a Snickers.
I'd do it.
Give me
You know
that
what?
cash.
I'd walk up
Yeah.
there looking like a fucking
He probably got
NASCAR.
500,000 just to walk on
Yeah,
stage
fuck
with a
yeah.
Snickers bar in his pocket.
$500,000.
That was a guess. I don't know.
Oh, I was like, Jesus Christ. I was like, yeah,
Well, you
exactly.
gotta think how many people are watching this right now.
I can't see out of these sunglasses, but I do love Fig Newtons. Like that would be me fucking walking up there, you know.
Oh shit!
That
Yeah,
sure
man.
is dangerous.
How hyped that kid was makes me.
That made my
me-
night.
That's pure joy.
Yeah,
That's
good for
pure
him,
joy.
man.
Yeah.
Made my night. That was awesome.
The only thing better than that is gonna be seeing the dudes like on the phone on their couch with their parents like weeping because they're just so happy. Like it is.
Right.
And another cool part about this is like going back when your team releases the phone call that they had.
Yeah.
Like those are so cool, man.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, we're gonna make you a Steeler, we're gonna make you a Bengal, you know, all that stuff that goes along with it. Look at Kenny Pickett. His sponsorship is Burger King. He is going to be doing the Whopper commercials with. You can't have them; they make his hands look too small. I've got these small hands. That's going to be Kenny Pickett.
I would love it.
Just lean into it. Do the Whopper Junior commercial. I get the
Mhm.
Whopper
No,
Junior because
they're
it
gonna
makes my
attack
hand
it
look
from a
bigger.
different angle, Corey. They're gonna say they didn't think I could handle footballs.
There we
Burger
go.
King didn't think I could handle the Whopper.
Yeah, something like that. There we go. I love it. I love it. Absolutely. All right, Panthers on the clock. Do we see Malik Willis go here? Do we see a quarterback get drafted here?
I'm picking Willis. I'm picking Willis.
You're picking Willis?
Did we talk about that photo that came out of Christian McCaffrey like training and how he
Oh
just looked
my
emaciated?
God. Aaron,
Like,
have you
he looked-
seen this?
he
No, I
looked-
haven't.
He looked shredded, but he just looked like he was
I'll
like
try and find it. I'll try and
I
find
can-
it.
let me-
like he
I'll
did not
share
like
it
he
with the
did,
group.
he didn't have an ounce of fat on his body, and he just didn't look healthy. Like he looked ripped, but he didn't look healthy. Like I don't know, it was hard to describe.
He looked pale. He looked older.
Somebody said he looked like Megan Rapinoe.
I mean, she doesn't look ill, but yeah, I understand what you mean by that. Like
They're both great
just-
athletes in their own right.
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah, he didn't look
I
good.
love it.
Man.
They're showing a highlight of this kid and Kayvon just getting hyped on the stage.
It's
Love
so
it.
cool. I love it.
It's awesome.
Panthers pick is in. I think I'm gonna go with Willis here as well. Aaron, I'm gonna lean into that
All
one.
right.
God, you
gonna go with
they
Malik
take
Willis.
quarterback here?
Yep.
Yeah, I think they do.
I think they
Yeah.
do. Matt Rule has not had the opportunity to draft his
Right.
guy.
They've
Right.
just been a bunch of plug holes.
Yep, and I think that's
All right.
that's the only explanation he can give, or the leg that he has to stand on with that front office as to why they haven't been successful. Remember the hiring of Matt Rule is kind of out of left field. Like,
I mean,
you're like, what
they
the
had
fuck?
Cam Newton last year. Come on.
Okay,
Man, he was
Remember-
bad.
Remember
He
when
was
Cam
so
Newton
bad.
was relevant, and then me and Corey spent 45 minutes on here together because it was just he and I just belittling Cam Newton.
the whole time.
I mean, literally, Aaron, you have to understand. It was we basically took Cam Newton's name
They shredded
and
him.
drug it in a pile of dog shit 1,000 times.
It's crazy though, because he was really good, and it just like he immediately fell off a cliff.
It's like
Yeah,
right
he
after that
didn't- he
Super
didn't
Bowl.
have a subtle like
Yeah,
decline. It was just he just
a
fell off
hard
a cliff.
yeah, there was
Yeah.
no demise. It was just a depletion. He was just gone.
Yeah. It was
Well-
it was like Dr. Evil just hit the button, then the floor came out, and he just went through it.
I thought you were going to say.
Come here.
I thought if we were talking Austin Powers, I thought we were going to talk about Will Ferrell at the beginning of the first movie, falling off the cliff, and he says, "My wound is beginning to smell like almonds." I thought that's where you were going.
My leg is really broken.
Yeah, I thought that's where we were going.
Wait, I'm going to try and stand up on it. No, it's
Oh,
definitely
no.
broken.
we're getting to the section of the podcast where we're just gonna start quoting movies during commercial breaks.
Matt
Yeah.
Rule's just sitting there. All I asked for freaking quarterbacks could throw a freaking ball, okay?
Oh, that's great.
Beautiful.
Oh, that is beautiful.
10
so
out of
Mo-
10, Bobby.
So let's see. Chances that either are available. At pick number 11, 98%. At number 16, 95%. At pick number 19, 86%. At pick number 20, 76%. That is whether or not Malik Willis or Kenny Pickett are available. So the odds here are saying that they're not going to be taking Malik Willis or Kenny Pickett. As a 90, well, I'm sorry, that either are available, I think is what it said. So meaning both will be available. That's how I interpret that.
If as a Browns fan, I hope they go anywhere but quarterback here.
So you want a quarterback in the next round?
No. What I'm saying is for the Panthers, because that's one of the destinations that you could see Mayfield be shipped to.
Okay. I didn't realize where you were going with that one. Okay.
So
that makes sense.
I do not want to. I think it will be, but I don't really have much to root for in this first round. This is actually one of the picks that kind of affects how I'm going to be feeling.
Kenny Pickett's wearing a little bit of a blue there, and it looks like his girlfriend, who wants to be anywhere else right now, is wearing Green Bay Packer green.
The fact that she's on national television hiding her DMs from Kenny Pickett, is that a sign that this relationship isn't going to work?
Similar to how you remember Russell Wilson was already married when he got drafted. Do you guys remember that?
Right. I do remember that.
Yeah.
And then he got to the NFL.
How did you get ahead of us, Corey?
I switched the broadcast to my phone from my computer. So.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cheating on me.
I would never do that.
All right. Let's see. Goodell's up there.
Carp says Evan Neal for what it's worth. Bobby, where do you think Carolina's going here?
Oh, I already know.
Yeah.
Who is it? Tell us.
Ekwonu.
Yep.
Ekwonu.
Oh, okay.
First tackle off the board.
Pretty jacked then.
Yep. So
he is fucking enormous.
Yes, he is.
All right. So we're immediately trading Baker to Carolina, like right now. And that'll be that.
What's the price? What's the price tag?
I have no idea. The
Did
Browns.
you guys see the price tag for Debo? By the way, sorry to
you're good.
Off topic.
There is no topic.
I saw what the
Corey?
Jets offered. It's a lot. Yeah.
What is
so? Well, the asking price is 2 first-round picks.
That's what we said, Bobby.
Yeah, 2 first-round picks. This is what we confirmed. We were like, "There's no way it's 2 first rounds. It's gonna be a first,
well."
second,
After we
fifth,
talked
third.
through it, we were like, "Nah, we don't. Yeah, I don't know that 2 first-round picks would go because that was originally Aaron. That's what you had said, and then we kind of talked through some other trades. And we're like, yeah, I don't know if that gets there, but clearly the Jets are all in right now. I guess
the Jets made sense though because they were the other team that was in the Hill sweepstakes, and he went to Miami. So that was a natural destination fit.
The initial conversation was that Tyreek was going to the Jets.
Right.
It was all but confirmed, and then all of a sudden Adam Schefter pops his head around the corner and said, "Just kidding. He's a
God.
Oh my God, he's huge.
810 pounds,
and he moves too. It's not like he's just looks like he was planning on going to the Jets. I mean,
this dude's arms are massive. And he's
staying in Carolina.
His same size, and he's just throwing him around like a fucking rag doll.
Staying in North Carolina too. It's got to be something. It's got to be. He's got a lot of fans.
Feet of a lightweight. I love that.
Love it. I mean, yeah, he's huge, absolutely massive. So the Panthers are done for the night.
Is this
right?
a good pick for Carolina? Yeah. Should they have gone quarterback? Is this a good pick, or do you think they have other plans?
I mean, either way, a tackle is not going to get them in. They're not a playoff contender now. Like they're not. Sure. They're not a team. Would they ever have been? I don't know, but I think a quarterback has way more immediate impact on your team. So if you feel good about a quarterback, you go do that. I would have liked to see, if the Lions felt good about a quarterback, I would have liked to see them do that. Now, maybe they feel equally good about 3 quarterbacks and they're comfortable taking one at 32. The Panthers don't have that luxury, right? So maybe there is a plan for Baker. At the end of the day, like an offensive line is great and it's really important, but we've said it so many times in this fucking show. It's a quarterback league, right?
Right.
Giants pick is
rolling in here.
Right. Ryan said it, and I agree with it. Baker's better than any quarterback in this draft for Carolina. I firmly agree with that. I don't think there's. I mean, Corey, we've talked about it. We've on here a couple of times. There's not a quarterback in this class that you say, all right, this guy's going to come in and put the franchise on his back and flip the script. Right.
I don't know that I agree with that because I don't think Baker's there either, though. I don't think Baker's going to come in and change that franchise.
Yeah, but so in theory though, do you think that it makes more sense to draft a quarterback there to have a 4-year gap, or do you just take Baker for 2 years and let him move on?
So the floor is lower on these rookie quarterbacks, but the ceiling is absolutely higher. That the odds that one of these rookie quarterbacks will be a successful quarterback is much higher than will Baker make your team a Super Bowl quarterback.
All right.
So from an odd standpoint, yeah, I like that. I like that argument better. Now, does that mean I take him with a top 10 pick? Probably not. Like if you're a team, like the Lions who have very close second round picks, right? You have 32 and then you have 34 right there as well. The Lions can play around a little bit or even trade that number 32 pick for somebody trying to get in and get the last wide receiver or something, something like that. So Baker's going to go somewhere and he's going to help a team. That's not what I'm trying to say. He's going to help whatever team he goes to because he's better than most other quarterbacks in this league, right? But I still think that one of these guys is going to pop off.
Just someone come pick him up. That's all I need. Just someone come pick him up. I'll take him to the airport. Just someone take him.
All right, Giants pick is in.
Yeah.
I mean, Ryan said they have to go Neal here, right?
It's Evan. Yeah, it's Evan.
Yeah, I agree. And we
Yep.
had talked about it before with the pick they had. There's two good offensive linemen on the board here.
Great draft for the Giants so far.
Yeah.
Great draft.
Yeah, and unfortunately, Corey, your streak ended on the last one, but I think you're going to pick it right back up here.
I appreciate that.
New streaks can be made.
Corey's gonna lose sleep tonight that he only got 6 picks in before he was
6 out of the 7 first-round picks.
Yeah, Evan Neal, tackle, Alabama.
Yeah. Another great pick for them. I mean, they got
I was
two
gonna say you're not
studs.
getting a slouch there. Yeah.
No.
He's walking with some swagger to the stage too.
Fuck yeah,
A little
man.
truck
He's going to the
on.
Big Apple. He's playing football for a living now. I mean, he kind of already was, but he's
It's official.
and now it's official, and now he has to pay taxes on it. So good for you, buddy.
In New
Joke's
York,
on you,
which is gonna
pal.
suck.
So I heard a rumor that, and it's probably some truth to it. The Giants are in New Jersey for tax purposes. The taxes in New Jersey are better than are in New York, and that's why the Giants are headquartered in New Jersey rather than in New York. So a little
That's
interesting fact there.
I mean, that's great. I mean, I'm sure it's mostly for front office purposes, but like it definitely helps the players out if they're getting taxed in not New York.
That's why Tyreek Hill's a Dolphin, 100%. Don't tell me he went there to fucking play with Tua. Come on.
Right.
He went to Florida because they have no state income tax. So
I think a lot of it too has to do with being able to get fans into a stadium, right? You put a football stadium in New York City, you're going to have a hard time getting fans into the stadium. Well, look, if you look at a Yankees game or a Mets game, most of that fan base is coming directly from New York City. They're not traveling on the subway to get to a Yankees game. They all live in the Bronx or they live in Queens, and they're already there.
Right.
yeah, that's where most Giants and Jets fans live too.
No, the Jets have a larger fan base.
Sure,
in the
but
New
if
Jersey
you're
side
if
than
you're
they do in New York.
traveling to go see the Jets, you don't give a fuck if it's in the Bronx or if it's in the Meadowlands. You don't care. You're going to go to the game, right?
Right. That's fair. There's just nowhere to put a stadium. Though.
No, just
And
fuck
within-
Central Park.
within that
Just throw the
metropolitan-
stadium right in the
Yeah,
middle.
fuck Central Park and all their green space.
Just get rid of the biggest landmark in New York. outside
Yeah,
of
yeah,
Statue of
where they
Liberty.
get all their oxygen.
So
Yeah,
there's been about 3 seasons in a row now where I've thought the Falcons could take a quarterback. I think they could go. I think you could see Garrett Wilson go here.
I think I was gonna say I think it's gonna be a receiver.
Yeah.
If Garrett Wilson is your top on the board, which he is,
He's
for
mine.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he is for me as well. I think that would be an interesting pick. I think there could be something to Drake London being here too, because you can just go match up nightmare with him and Pitts and just be like, we're just gonna throw the ball up.
Yeah, you aren't going to beat us on a jump ball.
Right.
Like, yeah. And then maybe trade back up, go get a running back or invest in a running back early in second round, and we're just going to pound the ball out on you and just throw you,
Are you guys seeing this?
dink and dunks.
This
Am I seeing what?
workout video of Evan Neal? Holy smokes!
I will in like 20 seconds.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Aaron and I will see it at.
I was joking before we got on. Corey was like, "How far
9:05.
behind are you?" And I'm like, "I think I'm watching the 2021 draft."
Dude, it's unbelievable. The dude is massive, and he's
Oh wow, yeah.
yeah, it's crazy. Josh coming in with a little bit of a trivia question here. Who was the last running back drafted first overall?
That's a good question.
Is it AP?
No, AP was like 7 or something.
It wasn't Ricky Williams, was it?
No, I think Ricky Williams was number 2. And so was Reggie Bush. Let's see. That's a really good question.
I don't think it's in the last 20 years. I really don't.
Yeah, so I don't know.
Josh, do you have the answer to that, or were you just inquiring?
Is it like Earl Dickerson or something like that?
Herschel Walker?
Can you give us like pre or post 2000?
Because I don't think Bo Jackson was a number 1 overall pick either.
No, he wasn't.
Last running back drafted first overall.
Bo Jackson was like a late pick because he went and played baseball. He got drafted by the Buccaneers and then didn't play.
Was it Alabama running back? Trent went 3rd, didn't he?
Yeah, we've even gone through. So like,
I could have sworn
it's not Ricky. No, you're good. I was like,
pick.
It's not Ricky Williams. It's not Reggie Bush. Like those were guys who were taken.
Was it Herschel?
I said Herschel. That was my guess.
We're between right now. We've said Herschel Walker and Earl Dickerson as being potential number 1 overalls.
Walter Payton.
That was the other one I was thinking, but I have no idea where he was drafted.
Josh, give us a year, bro. Don't just say, come on.
Come on.
Played 2 sports. So was it Bo? No,
was it Bo Jackson?
Was it Bo?
It'd be Bo Jackson.
I didn't think. Well, he's technically drafted twice.
So number 1 overall in baseball.
Was a beast.
Okay, still Bo Jackson, possibly.
Really? It was Bo Jackson.
It was Bo. Okay. Well, because I guess technically, it was the Buccaneers that drafted him.
The first wide receiver is off the board.
Drake London, USC.
Oh, let's go.
Yep. Nice call. Well, you kind of dipped your feet in both pools on that one, so we'll give you
taking it.
Sure, I bet you would.
Yeah.
Deshaun.
Whoa.
I know that was fucked up.
Damn.
That was fucked up.
Wow. So, I mean, obviously, we had talked leading up to the draft that this was not a very quarterback-heavy class. There's obviously been some momentum moving, towards the draft with some of the quarterbacks and some of the team's needs that could use a quarterback. But as I'm looking with the next picks coming up, we've got Seattle, New York, Washington, Minnesota, Houston, Baltimore, Philly.
There's only one of those teams that need a quarterback.
There's not very many teams that have a needed quarterback.
Who's the 2?
Honestly, you could say so. Seattle, Washington.
Washington just traded for Carson Wentz.
Yeah, but that's not the long-term answer.
Yeah, but neither is a quarterback at 10 overall.
But in terms of needs, a quarterback, I would say
sure
is still in that. Carson Wentz isn't doing anything for you. You could argue Houston, although I think they liked what they saw to Davis Mills, even though he's not going to get you anywhere. I think it's a fine stopgap for maybe next year you take a look at a guy. Outside of that though, I'm not really seeing it. So Bobby, you might get pick of the litter here because the next team that needs a quarterback is Pittsburgh.
Hey, they have a quarterback of a generation. They have Mitch fucking Trubisky.
I'm telling you right now, I am super excited about Mitch Trubisky.
Me too. I'm glad I get to play him twice a year. It's gonna be fucking stoked.
Hey, if that man can lead a Matt Nagy coordinated offense to the playoffs, I'm excited to see what he can do with great coaching.
I mean, we've said it before. He's a Nickelodeon MVP, and you got to put respect on his name.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Aaron's spitting straight facts out here tonight.
So the city of Columbus just shed a tear because Garrett Wilson was not the first wide receiver taken in this draft. I could feel the air. I could feel the air get really heavy. Seconds.
That was the reaction by Buckeyes fans.
This is the first pick that we talked about before, where sometimes it's just about scheme. You know what I mean? And I had made the point of him and Pitts together is just a matchup nightmare. I don't think there's anything Wilson arguably is a more talented receiver, but he can't do 360 windmill dunks. So who cares?
You don't know that.
It's true.
I don't know that, but
Actually, anyone at that height, I think, can do that. I think with that athletic ability, I would put money on. I would say Aiden Hutchinson can probably do a windmill dunk.
yeah, probably.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. But I don't think there's anything. Wilson's a great receiver. He's going to go here soon. It'd be interesting to see where he goes.
We could see him get taken at 10.
Could you imagine? Can you imagine if he falls to Minnesota with him and Justin Jefferson?
Yeah, but they also have Thielen, and I don't know if they'd. Well, I think that would be an interesting.
I like Garrett Wilson to the Jets. That makes a lot of sense.
I'm nervous as hell looking at this, and I see Baltimore.
I think the Jets offered up what they did for Debo, and that didn't happen. If they can go get a guy on a cheaper contract and go get a guy who comps like Jamar Chase personally, I think that's like my most like player that he plays like, because he doesn't look fast, but he is very fast. He's strong. He's aggressive at the line. It's exactly like Jamar Chase. He has Garrett Wilson has the deepest route tree of anybody in this entire draft. Drake London is a slant and a hitch wide receiver primarily. Those are his two routes. Garrett Wilson can run slants, ins, outs, posts, fades.
Yeah.
He can do all of it, right? Hitch and goes. He's got a complete route tree at his disposal, and if that's what you're looking for, if you're looking for versatility at the wide receiver position, which is primarily the reason you would go draft or go get Debo, Garrett Wilson can provide that for you at a much cheaper investment with a fifth-year control option as well after taking him in the first round. So that would be my pick if I was Jets GM.
Yeah. Well, and it's interesting, like how you just described the difference between Wilson and London. And I think part of the reason you see a guy like London go before is, yeah, absolutely. Inside the 20s, Wilson is going to be an amazing receiver. Now, when we get close to pay dirt and I need to throw that ball up there,
London's your guy.
Yeah, Drake London's your guy. And I mean, the easy comp to make is a Mike Evans type. And I actually saw on the telecast here, they were looking at Larry Fitzgerald as well, and I think that's a pretty interesting one. When you have like a big body receiver like that, it's all about scoring touchdowns.
Yeah,
and I think Drake London can provide that for the Falcons. I just don't know who's going to be throwing the ball.
So they went and the Jets also went and got OJ Howard, and I'm sorry, he's on the Bills, isn't he? Or is he on the Jets?
Yeah.
Bills. He's on the
Uzama's on the Jets.
Uzama is on the Jets. I feel like they went and got. I thought they went and got another tight end because I knew they got CJ Uzama, but I thought they went and got another tight end as well. So, but anyway, I would be interested to see if Seattle pick is in. I was going to say they're taking their time here if Seattle trades out of this, but it looks like they're picking. Yeah.
Yeah. Look, I think Aaron makes a really valid point about Drake London and full transparency. I'm just not super big on him. I don't think that he has a similar upside to a Jameson Williams or a Garrett Wilson or even Chris Olave. But what Drake London does have that those three guys don't have is that he is 2 inches taller than anybody that's going to be on the other side of the ball against him. And
right.
You're right. You throw that ball to him at the corner of the end zone with his vertical, he's your guy. And then you match him up with Kyle Pitts, who is, we talked about it last year, Corey, when the draft was going on. Kyle Pitts was the best athlete in the draft.
Yeah.
Right. And you look at those two guys together and you put them on the same side of the ball on the same side of the field. That's a dangerous combo.
Absolutely.
So yeah. I'm very interested to see how he translates in the NFL because it's been a long time since we've seen a USC wide receiver translate into the NFL and have some real good long-term success.
Yeah, absolutely. Carl, Tez, thanks for liking the video, guys. We are obviously live covering the drafts. If you have any questions or any picks,
it's a trade.
Throw them in the chat.
Ooh. Yeah, I was literally just going to ask you guys surprised we haven't seen a trade yet.
Oh, really?
Oh, no, they got the 9th overall pick.
That's how they got the
God damn it.
I feel so stupid.
I'm relying on you. I'm like 20 seconds behind here. I'm relying on you guys. You guys can just be like, oh my God, aliens just broke out onto the stage. I'm like, what? What's happening?
There's absolute pandemonium.
This is
Oh my
definitely
God.
not tradition.
Great day for
Oh,
Canada and us.
And love for the world.
The pick is in for the Seahawks. Corey, what's the Seahawks' biggest need right now? What do they need?
The Seahawks for the last
Outside of a
half
new coach.
for the last half a decade, the Seattle Seahawks have needed offensive line, so that's where they should probably go here. If they
Charles
do,
Cross still on the board for tackle.
Yeah.
if
Out of
they
Mississippi
do,
State.
Russell Wilson is gonna lose his mind.
Russell Wilson's
He's
not there
gone.
anymore.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
He's like,
Oh,
what?
I got
Why the
okay.
fuck
He
did
spent-
you do this,
You spent a decade not protecting me, and now you're doing
Charles
this shit?
Cross?
Tackle
Is that
out of
easy?
Mississippi State.
Got it.
There you go, Aaron. Love it.
Are you
We're
9 for
cro-
9?
We're
He's
No,
8
he
for
was-
9.
No.
yeah, Malik
I'm
took
due for the
Malik.
last two though. We'll go for
He
the,
took-
well, not even. I'm like, I got like a half one.
Missed the
before
Stingley pick. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
okay.
Oh, it's 7 for 9. You're
As
that.
a
Get in the right
group,
positions though. Get in the right positions.
yeah, as a group, we're crushing this. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, do we have a future as in an NFL front office?
I think
If we
so.
can morph
Yeah,
into one person.
I do
We're not
have
gonna
my
pay all
phone
for this.
on in case the Bengals call me at 31 tonight. Been
Oh,
waiting
do
on
you?
that one. Yeah, ready.
Yeah,
to-
I'm gonna have to step out, guys.
Sorry, Zach Taylor's calling me. 1 second.
I-
Yes, coach.
So again, as a Browns fan, I'm kind of liking these teams not taking quarterbacks.
Yeah, yeah. And
Now,
you're-
at some point, somebody's gonna take them, but
So what's the big board looking like for corner? As you're a Bengals fan, a lot of people are looking at corner right now. Aaron, if you could pull up the big board on,
Yep, I
on
got you.
corner, and who is available right now?
so right now
best
we still
available?
have. Are you looking at specifically corner or just defensive back?
corner, specifically corner.
So you have Trent McDuffie out of Washington,
Okay,
5'11", 193 pounds. Kind of a quick twitch cornerback. Maybe not the big guy like Sauce, for instance.
that said, but he hits like a fucking bulldog.
Right.
He's very tough. Yeah,
And then, your boy Elam out of Florida.
Yeah,
He's a big boy.
Kyrie Elam is probably he shut Jameson Williams down last year. I mean, it just absolutely shut him down when they played each
Right.
other. Obviously, Alabama is the better team and beat Florida, but absolutely nothing to do with that win. Thanks to Elam.
And then after Elam, you start getting into guys who are technically rated as second rounders.
Right.
Yeah.
Andrew
Booth.
Booth.
Kobe Bryant,
Lewis
Bryant,
Sine,
Booth,
yeah.
those guys. Yeah.
Or Lewis, I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
'cause
signs,
right now-
signs a safety, but
The,
yeah.
the next best available defensive back is Kyle Hamilton, right? I mean, we haven't at one point.
Yeah,
in
and that's
time,
why I was
Mel
asking if you
Kiper-
were, because Kyle Hamilton for sure. But if you're looking
Yeah, I
specifically at just corner, then yeah.
Right. There was a point in time where Mel Kiper said Kyle Hamilton was the best athlete in the draft, right?
Saying
That
he's going
wasn't-
number
that
2.
wasn't- Yeah, that wasn't that long ago.
So
And
Ryan's
now
Ryan's put this a couple of times in here. I want to address. He said, "I think the Bengals go Linderbaum." I think the Bengals go Linderbaum if Elam, Booth, and I think they value who's Zion Johnson over Linderbaum. I think they also value Lloyd, linebacker out of Utah, over Linderbaum, and I think they also.
I don't even have Linderbaum on my board here.
He's a center out of Iowa. Absolute, just fucking mauler, meanest guy.
It's because I'm still stuck on defensive.
And
back.
he's also, in my opinion, he's the smartest offensive lineman out of this first round draft class.
He went to Iowa, so there's a knock
Okay.
against that. But
I got
Let's get caught up on a couple comments here. Charles Palmer, what it do, baby? How are you tonight? Thanks for swinging in.
what's up, Chuck?
Jordan said, I can't believe it's the 9th pick only. Yeah. Well,
Jordan, have you
think
ever watched the draft before?
it's the first round.
We're cooking right now, dude.
Yeah,
I mean, the fact that it's 9-13 and we're already 10 picks deep, I count that as a
I feel
win.
pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah.
He also asked, what's with the dress shirts with no collar? I guess that's the new style. I saw Tiger Woods on Sunday rocking the red Nike with
He always does
no
that.
collar.
Yeah.
I know he's been doing that for the last couple of years. I would wonder when he made that transition. But
2019 was the first year that Tiger wore the red no collar shirt.
I think we got to start a
Because-
segment just called "These Damn Kids,"
I agree.
and we just what are they? Where are these damn collars at? Not in my day.
Back
I
in
swear
my
to
day,
God.
we came with the
Dangerous
collar
sentence.
shirt only.
Dangerous sentence.
Yeah.
but we got Washington on the clock. They've got a ton of needs.
We got the Jets.
The
The
Jets
Jets.
are
Jets on the clock.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Washington's.
Yeah.
Yeah, the picks in. So you got-
Washington's next. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Jets are on the clock. Picks in. Where do they go? I mean,
I'm
Todd.
telling you, I think they go Garrett Wilson. I think they take a wide receiver.
and I think if they do that, you're gonna. Typically, it's kind of tradition to have Jets fans booing at the draft of what the hell was this pick, or they're a fan base that usually isn't happy, and that's traditionally back when it was always at Radio City, right? So obviously the fans there are going to be predominantly Jets and Giants. But if you can get out of this with Sauce and Wilson, I don't know how you're not fired up walking to
Dude,
work.
that is a
tomorrow.
great.
yeah.
That'd be
yeah.
a great draft for New York, right? Yeah, that's a great first round, right? Which you should have a good first round, and if you're picking twice in the fucking top 10, you miserable excuses for franchises.
Now,
right.
it'll be interesting here because I Hamilton is a really good safety as well. And
Garrett
obviously
Wilson, Ohio State.
You're right,
Yeah.
boys. Let's
All right.
go. The Jets just got significantly
That's what we
better.
thought.
Yep, it's a great pick. Great pick. Best
Yeah,
wide receiver in the draft. Absolutely, not even
Yeah,
a question.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
He really does remind me of Stefan Diggs. Like I think he's almost like a clone of him a little bit.
Man, this suit is interesting, man.
These boys are flashy, man. I dig it. I love the swag. I love
oh
it.
man, the chains. Or wait,
Well,
is
I mean,
that?
just like the white gray offset.
Yeah.
Like I've
I
never
don't
seen
believe
that.
those.
Oh, he's got
Oh my
pearls on.
God.
Those aren't chains.
Look
Yeah,
at
the
that
pearls.
fucking vertical, dude. That is just bananas. That is nuts. NFL comparison
thing,
of Lynn Swan. There you go, Bobby.
If you were the Jets, you have to be absolutely ecstatic.
Yeah.
This makes
They
Zach
just
Wilson
crushed the first round.
better.
100%.
Yeah, it's
Ooh.
incredible.
Hey guys, reports are breaking right now that Washington is trading out of the 11th overall pick. Is this our first quarterback going?
I think it is. Yeah.
We got
think it has to
Minnesota
be.
coming up next. It could be
Oh,
investing.
then I don't know. I
Well,
don't
they
think
could
so.
be an investment,
Investing
right?
in Malik. Yeah, investing in Malik.
So Minnesota's jumping up one spot then.
No. What I'm saying is that Minnesota is
Oh,
next.
I got you. I thought you were saying they
Followed by Houston. Minnesota could invest in a quarterback early to bench him behind Cousins for a little bit. I mean, they just extended him, so that's not a likely scenario. But it looks like it's going to be the Saints. The Saints
Oh.
are officially on the clock.
Oh, this is going to be a receiver.
Okay. Okay.
Could
be a
think
quarterback.
Ohio State goes here?
I think it's going to be Jameson.
You think it's going to be okay?
I think it's going to be
Okay.
Jameson Williams.
Okay.
I agree with Aaron. I agree.
Not a
with Aaron.
quarterback. Not
You're
the
smart,
Saints
man.
moving up for a quarterback.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. You're
This is
seeing
a
a run on
panic
receivers
move
now. Here it
To
comes.
make sure you get the wide receiver you want. This is a panic move to get the wide receiver you want.
This is the first run we're going to see here. You have
Well, we'll wait to see what they give up to classify it as a panic, but I think it's a move to go get that for sure. That would be the Aints. Who's throwing to him? Andy
the
Dalton.
interesting thing is you could have three wide receivers that were on the same team taken in the first round. Jameson Williams transferred from Ohio State to Alabama
Wow.
because he had Wilson and Olave there.
Wow.
Yeah, you're
Josh
absolutely
with
right.
Josh with a question. Who was Tennessee Titans' first ever pick in the draft?
I was just saying it's
Eddie
either
George.
Eddie George.
Eddie
or Steve
George?
McNair.
Oh no, it couldn't have been. Yeah, it would have been McNair.
Eddie George
Why?
wasn't
No,
an Oiler,
McNair was
he?
an Oiler.
Yeah, McNair was.
Oh,
an
you're
Oiler,
right.
Eddie George
Yeah.
wasn't.
Well,
Derek Mason, Frank Wycheck.
Eddie George. He's saying their first pick, not the first overall. Because the only reason I was saying that is because we already know Bo Jackson was the last number one overall running back.
Yeah.
But he's saying the first pick they made it. Okay, I got
The
you.
first pick that the
Yeah.
Titans as a franchise
Right.
made it.
Yeah, we'll go Eddie George.
He's saying nope to that.
Oh, how about
Probably a
Thigpen?
tackle. Yeah, I was gonna say Thigpen. Yeah, but that's a tight end, right? They would
He's a
have
receiver.
a receiver.
Miami.
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 I have no idea.
So,
Yeah,
So you're talking what? The Tennessee moved from Houston in 96, 97, somewhere in that ballpark. So that was when the U was popping.
Hmm.
I just can't. I can't place anyone on the Titans that's like a notorious Miami guy.
Josh is just googling the fuck out of draft trivia right now.
Yeah.
I actually think that Josh might actually know this shit.
He just has it stock.
I mean, I was like 5. Like, I don't know.
So is he.
So is-
though.
So is
I
he though. I think Josh is very similar to me, but for basketball and football, where you could ask me anything about a baseball player, and I can be like, oh yeah, 1997, he hit 278. That's where my brain goes. I'm seeing a lot of Chris Olave going right now to the Saints.
I mean, that makes a lot of sense, right?
I am confident that it's going to be a receiver. Jameson was my pick, but I'm fairly confident this is going to be a receiver.
Well,
So
I called,
the terms of the trade
draft that it was going to be Wilson and Olave back to back.
Terms of the trade, gentlemen. The Saints have given up the 16th, 98th, and 120th pick. I think it's a great trade for the Commanders there. Moving back 5 spots, getting 2 more picks within the first 3 days. First 4 days.
Whoever the Saints take here, they have to be insanely high on because of, they already made that trade to
right.
But earlier to split their picks. So this is interesting. This is I know Sean Payton's gone now, so it's kind of a new era in New Orleans. I know they're bringing back Jameis, but this will be interesting here to see how this shakes out. I'm obviously thinking receiver.
Okay. I looked it up, Josh. Yeah, that's a name that everybody would know.
Can you give me a position at least?
Yeah.
Defense.
Is it Ray Lewis?
Nope.
Quentin Jammer.
Nope.
I
actually had his jersey.
Did you?
I loved him. He was very popular.
Quentin Jammer?
I still have no idea.
No, that's Titans players. Bobby was a Titans fan for a little bit.
I was an Eddie George fan.
D-line. Oh, Javon Curse.
Bingo.
He was the first pick for the Titans?
Didn't he go to the University of Florida, though?
Yeah, he's a Gator, right?
Fuck off, Josh. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, he went to Florida.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's why we didn't get it.
Come on, dude.
Yeah, that's definitely why.
I don't even.
Come on, Josh.
Come on, the freak. You gonna talk about the freak? Come on, man. Chomp, chomp, baby. This one's for you, Josh. Just because you're gonna bring your blaspheme, one of the greatest ends, come out of the University of Florida. Right here, baby. Chomp, chomp. I'm pretty sure he went to Florida.
Yeah.
I was like 4, right, when he started there.
No, we were
big fan.
We were 6, so whatever, same difference.
Oh, yeah, when he started, yeah.
Yeah, so it's coming up on the screens now. Saints got the 11th pick, and then 16.
And they're all wearing red. They're all wearing red, so it's a confirmed Olave pick. Then Ohio State red, scarlet.
So yeah, here it is again. So 16th overall, 98th and 120. Interesting.
What's the red mean for these guys? Do you know? Does anybody know why they're doing that?
Why are they wearing red?
Yeah.
Maybe they're out for blood this year.
That's it. It's team motto.
It's got to be something charitable, right?
What are you on, you period?
To warm my heart up just a little bit.
Tez coming in the comments saying, I think it's Olave. I agree with you, Tez.
Hey, I agree. I'm going with the red shirts. It's a sign.
It's got to be. It has to be.
Go ahead, Bobby. I'm sorry.
No, I was just saying. Go ahead.
I actually wanted to kick it over to Todd here for a second to, speaking of charitable, to just give a shout out to the greatest name creation I've ever heard in my life.
I did catch that last night. That was amazing.
We had a lot of fun last night, but
we did. So shout out to the JD Memorial. So last night, in the midst of Matt was excellent. He's a great dude. I thought of the name Generous Degenerates, and Aaron and I both had a moment when I said it. We went, "Ooh, that's nice."
I'm gonna be blunt here. My nipples got hard.
Be as blunt as you want, baby. Let's go.
No, I love it. I think it's a perfect, probably depiction of us, and I think it's great. And we're gonna rock that moniker. And
well, for those of you that don't know, we love 2 things: gambling and charity. And we're adding those together. We've continuously added those together.
And once we get closer to the actual football season,
whoa,
what do we got?
We got to trade again. The
What?
Detroit Lions are on the clock next.
Okay. I thought you were trying to say that the Saints turned
No,
around
no,
and
no,
got
no.
over Capital for what they just.
The Saints are picking.
Tony
but
Gonzalez calling this pick out.
that is some news, boys.
So what does this mean for Detroit? Are they getting a wide receiver?
I think this is
Does that mean they're going
quarterback.
after Jameson?
I think they go for
Or they go Jameson.
Oh,
This
man.
is more. But they don't have that wide
St.
receiver.
Brown, dude. He's a
St.
dog.
Brown,
He needs
Ryan.
help.
Yeah, what's his name? Justin Reynolds, DJ Shark. This loaded wide receiver cast over here.
Yeah, that'll be okay. Interesting. So we got Detroit going to be on the clock next.
Yep, Lions are on the clock.
That's so funny because I really was, and actually it came up because Todd, I thought you were saying the Jets had made a trade, or no, it was Seattle or whatever it was, and I
Right.
was shocked up till this point that we hadn't had a trade, and now it looks like it's open season. This is when the draft starts to get really fun and chaotic.
I'm pretty sure. Let me confirm.
I am a absolute fan of chaos.
Yep, especially when you don't have the pick.
Ted
Oh,
said
yeah.
that he does not think the Lions are going quarterback. Yeah, I mean, I think
don't think
Aaron
so.
alluded to it earlier that this is the
Josh,
run
th-
for wide receiver.
So
This is the first
here's-
run that we're going to see in the draft.
Spence asked a question in the chat. Who's
Hold-
the last
hold-
kicker drafted in the first round? Sebastian Janikowski. Let's move on.
There we go. So here's the terms of the trade. The Lions they've given up 32, 34, and 36, and they get 12 and 46. A massive.
That's a
Run
big
that by
trade.
again. I'm sorry.
The Lions are giving up 32, 34, and 66,
Okay.
and they are getting 12 and 46.
Oh, that's right. They have the first round from Stafford. Okay.
They are, so they're moving up. This has to be a big get. This has to be something that
The Saints have selected. Dun, da, da, da.
It's got to be Olave.
it's got to be
Right.
Olave. It's Olave.
Yep.
It is.
Chris Olave, Ohio State.
Let's
Hey,
go.
good call on the back-to-back.
Saints get way better with Olave as well. Here's the thing. I'm going to preface by saying, as most of the Rallytown family knows, I am anti-Ohio State. Living in Columbus, that becomes a challenge. But if Brian Hartline is anything, that man creates great NFL talent.
Oh man, the
And-
receivers that have been coming out of there now, and
It's
Smith and
absolutely
Jigba right now is still there is probably the best.
And Julian Fleming.
Yeah,
You have two guys.
You also
that are
have
kind of-
Marvin Harrison Jr., who has
Right.
a
Yeah.
pretty cool dad.
Pick is in for the Lions, boys. Who's it going to
they're
be?
wasting no time. Run that pick to the board.
It's got to
Jameson?
be Jameson. It's got to be JMO.
Following them is Houston and then Baltimore.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Jameson again.
Jameson,
I'm
we're going
going to
to go.
call my shot right now. If Malik Willis is still on the board at 20, Steelers are taking him 100%.
I think somebody jumps ahead of the Steelers. I think you're gonna have to trade up to get him.
I think you're right.
My only bold prediction here is Willis will go before 20. I'm not saying he won't be a Steeler.
I'm
Just
just
the Steelers
saying
move up.
if he falls, if he continues to fall, they're going to make a move for him. Because I don't think they honestly thought he'd be here. I didn't think that he would make it past 10, honestly.
That would be so. And if let's just go ahead and I'm obviously I hate the Steelers, but Bobby, let's just say for the sake of argument here, he comes out and he is just electric. He's a Pro Bowl type player. I'm not gonna say
Says
top
there's
10.
no shot the Steelers take Kenny Pickett. No shot.
No shot. But what I would say,
I mean, there's kind of a shot, right? Like, there's a little bit. Like,
you guys
there's
got
no shot.
the last time you guys were in the market for a quarterback, you guys took Big Ben, and he fell. He fell right into your lap.
Yeah, he fell to us at 13. I remember watching it.
Are we about to see the same thing happen again for the Steelers? And I'm not sure how Willis is going to do, but we didn't know Ben was going to come in and win a Super Bowl. What was it his rookie year or second year?
He went 15-1 in his rookie year, because
The Super Bowl the second year.
Tommy Maddox got hurt. Super Bowl Super Bowl. Yeah, second year, 2004.
Pretty good ROI there.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, nobody thought a quarterback from the university, Miami University of Ohio, was going to come into the league and take it by storm. But he did a nice job. And
Yeah.
obviously had a solid Hall of Fame career. You can't really ask for anything more than that.
No, one of the things that drives an absolute stake through my heart is he's the winningest quarterback in the Brown Stadium.
it's Big Ben. Yeah.
we brought that up on this podcast before you were.
Oh, let's
He
bring it up
fucking
again. And
dominated the Browns.
Maybe I can start crying.
Another trade, gentlemen. Another trade. The Texans are out at 13. The Eagles have moved up
I
to
love this.
14.
This is
So
this.
They're
is
taking.
fun.
They
Here's the
got to take a
thing.
wideout. They have to.
So does that mean the Lions are not drafting Jameson Williams? Because
I think the Lions are
Philadelphia
drafting
has-
Jamison Williams.
I do. Yeah.
So what is Philadelphia moving up for then?
Another wide receiver, I think.
So
Burks?
who is that? Who
Oh, Burks.
Traylon
Burks or yeah.
You think,
Out of Penn
Josh-
State, right?
Josh,
No,
I know
out of-
exactly
that's
who you're
Dotson.
talking about. Sorry.
Dotson was the other one. Yeah.
Josh came in with another trivia question. KC running back who was undrafted. He's 45 now. It's Priest Holmes.
I was going to say Priest
Yeah, I
Holmes.
was gonna say,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, that's too easy. Next.
a legend.
No,
a legend.
I like the easy ones. He's making
like
us
the
look
easy
good.
ones
He's helping
too,
us
yeah.
out. He's lobbing them up. Come on, keep it up, Josh.
Yeah, give us the softballs, baby.
Yeah, the more bourbon that I drink, the easier questions I need. That's the fact.
Start
I'm just
getting
saying. I'm
real
just taking
deep
it
cuts here
a
in
glass of
second.
bourbon and 2 beers at a time. So I'm almost finished with the second beer. So I'm gonna have to go refill here in a minute.
Well, good thing there's 3 other people here to hold it
Yeah,
down.
we'll hold it
I mean,
down for you.
We got you.
You can probably run to the gas station if you need to.
There
Take a
is one
shit.
right around the corner he could go to. Yeah, it's
Go
fine.
take a nap.
It's fine.
Come back.
Wake up at 19. We'll call you. Hey, Bob, Steelers are about to pick.
Oh yeah, here. What's up?
So I think if you're also again just kind of touching base for the Bengals fans here. If you're the Bengals right now, you are loving the way this draft has gone. There's been 2 corners taken. Obviously, you didn't think any of the pass rushers that were going to be taken at the beginning were going to be there for you. There's been no scenario where you think someone's trading up to get Lloyd at Utah.
Pick is in for the Lions.
Yeah. So I don't think that it could be going any better for the Bengals at 31. So right now, everybody that you want and could even dream of being there is still there. Obviously, we've got a long way to go before 31. But as we see here now with the 12th pick coming in from Roger Goodell, you got everything you want in front of you. And the Detroit Lions take Jamison Williams, wide receiver,
Let's go,
Alabama.
baby.
Let's go,
We are on a
Lions,
roll,
dude.
guys. We are
Dude,
on
the
a
Hey,
Lions.
roll.
Aaron. Hey, Aaron, called it.
Dude, the Lions have 2 playmakers on their team now, which is something they could not have said a year ago. Now think about that offense. It's starting to look a little bit better, isn't it? You've got DeAndre Swift in the backfield, who I think everyone is pretty confident is a good running back. We're all fairly confident that Swift is going to do well in this league. You also now have Jamison Williams at wide receiver. He will be the automatic. You have an automatic number 1, followed by DJ Shark at number 2. St. Brown started coming on really well at the end of the year for the Lions. I am very high on him in fantasy next year. This sucks because Aaron and I are in the same league, so
Right.
this will be interesting.
That's gonna be the thing is when we're getting closer to the season, talking fantasy. I'm gonna just start. lying
Yeah,
to
just
you.
throwing
Like,
some
I'm really
bullshit out
high
there.
on,
Yeah,
someone
but not only
terrible.
that, don't forget a top 10 tight end easily, TJ Hawkinson, a top 10 tight end.
Yeah.
Sure.
You have
He's
you
healthy.
have some pieces. You have some pieces that are coming in for this offense now for the Lions. And remember, they absolutely have a top 5, maybe a top 3 offensive line in the NFL.
Cool.
I mean,
yeah.
could Jared Goff ask
No.
for a better situation to be in right now?
Oh, I thought you were gonna ask if he could like have a resurgence.
No,
I
I'm
just
just
heard
saying.
Jared
I'm
Goff and
just
said
saying.
no.
Like, can he ask? Like, as a court, like, if you're just a court, like, let's just eliminate the fact that it's Goff. Doesn't matter who it is. Like, as a quarterback, would you walk in there and be happy with what you have to work with?
Not initially, no.
No,
No.
I think what they're doing right now is setting up for exactly what a team wants to do: is build up around the quarterback, slide the young guy in.
Yep, I think that's exactly what's going to happen, and I think the way that the Lions have seen that this draft has gone so far, they're there at what 46 now.
Yeah.
Desmond Ridder could be there at 46. You
Right.
know what I
Right. I
mean?
think you're exactly right. So here's the thing now is that Desmond Ritter's draft stock falls some, but he falls to Detroit right there at 46. And
Potentially, yeah.
here's the thing is Desmond Ridder is a guy that with a little bit of a frame build and the right coaching, he could be an NFL quarterback.
He's got the
ability,
mechanics. He's got the touch. You know.
and he has
Yeah.
the speed. And all he's ever missed was the ability to be challenged just a little bit more, because playing in the American Conference, you just don't have that. He wasn't always challenged, and then he gets to Alabama and he gets spell run, and I think that's the culture shock for him that he needs to get better. And I
Right.
could see him being very serviceable in the NFL. That's and some facet and being good in Detroit with the right athletes around him.
So real quick here, very interesting, and I had mentioned it before. You could see these guys go all in the first round. Those three guys were all in Ohio State. They just went 1, 2, 3 in a row.
Yep.
Wild.
And
Absolutely wild.
the funny thing too is obviously the injury thing was a real thing, and I guess teams are comfortable with it. But Wilson was that best recruit, right? Olave had insane production, and Williams, transferred to Alabama, which I don't fault him for doing because he just got taken in the top 12 of the NFL draft. Is he have that same opportunity as if he stays? Maybe not, but I don't think it's a talent thing by any means. It was just kind of an opportunity thing, and it's insane that these three guys just went in a row.
Is this another wide receiver here for the Eagles? I mean, this is.
Yeah, this is Treylon Burks. I think it's Treylon Burks going off the board.
Do you really? I don't think so. I think we're going back defense here.
Yeah, let me pull up my board.
What do you
here.
think, Jermaine Johnson?
Kyle Hamilton.
Do you trade up for a safety though?
At that value, yeah, I think so. I think if you told me that he was going to be available at 14, I think you're kind of I wouldn't have believed it. I wouldn't have believed it.
I still think it's Treylon Burks. I think that this is the run. Now we talked about before where you talk about where our team's corresponding. You see the run start happening, and now you got to get somebody, right? And Philadelphia needs somebody to complement Devonta Smith because clearly Jalen Reagor wasn't the choice there. Or was
Taz is agreeing that this is going to be a defensive pick. I'm gonna say
Jermaine Johnson out of Florida State is my pick here.
Florida State, an edge rusher.
I like it.
We're spread out a little bit.
Now we're covering our bases so we can keep the at least one person streak going. All right, you take
strategy,
him,
bro. Read a fucking book. Muhammad's the most commonly used name on earth.
outside of football here, let's talk about a little bit of hoops that just came through. Philadelphia moves on from the Raptors, beating them 132-97.
Aaron called it. Good series though. Aaron called it. Yeah,
it was a great series.
Joel Embiid fucking finally decided to just lay the hammer down.
I talked about it last night too, Corey, but I was a game off, but I was all over that Celtics one too. I think you guys both had the Nets.
We did, but here's the thing: is every game was really, really good. It wasn't like the Nets or the Celtics just walked through the Nets. You know what I mean? The Nets just never put it together as a team, and thus came up just short every single time.
I think I did say Sixers in 6. I think if I'm.
You did, but you were like, but don't. But
I was like, yeah, don't.
You're dipping your toes in both pools again, you shady little fuck. You're like, yeah, but don't be surprised if
No, I mean, Philly was definitely the better team, but I really thought the Raptors had a chance there.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we're like in terms of like the time that this is going on. This is when they start to drag it out a little bit because those first 10 picks went quickly. In terms of just draft and the way it moves, and we had a lot of action already within the first. What are we at? 13 now with the Eagles.
Yeah.
I think they go back to D-back again here.
Well, I mean, is there any doubt in the NFL's ability to captivate an audience? I mean, they have done. They've shortened the amount of time originally for the first round. They split it up into 3 nights to have a Thursday night prime time. Friday night second and third round is still, must see television to me because that second and third round is when you get guys who are. Some of them are going to start. Some of them are going to be impact players, and then for a guy like me, that's my first pick. So I'm excited for that. And then it's great on the third day too, Saturday, because they're really just kind of like, in my opinion, I'm like, I love the draft. I've been a Browns fan forever, right? So I'm like, who are the Browns taking in the 5th round? Like that shit is important, actually. This has always been our fucking Christmas. So yeah, I do actually kind of love the draft. And the thing I actually even still like from a production standpoint on Saturday is it's not let's trail every single pick. It's like let's talk about the overall, and we'll have the picks on the bottom. We'll show a couple and everything like that. We'll do a bunch of highlights 5 after the last 5 picks, and it picks up the pace a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Josh coming in with another trivia question. Josh, I'm going to preface this with this question doesn't make sense. It kind of does. He said 1981 has 3 of the best defensive players to ever be drafted, but who went number 1 overall? And it wasn't a defensive player.
Oh,
It
it
wasn't LT. LT is number 2 overall. I know
Okay.
that very clearly.
That was my
'cause he
first
says it-
initial thought as well, but then he said it wasn't a defensive player.
He says it when he was alive. He said it in every interview that he wasn't the number 1 overall pick.
Should have been.
I have no idea. 1981 is 10 years before I was born. And
Jerry
15
Rice.
years, 17 years.
That's
before I
probably
knew
too
anything
early
about
for
football.
Jerry Rice.
Yeah.
So say like Flutie, but that's still probably too early.
No.
Montana. I don't know. It's still too early. Probably.
I
I think
no.
Montana.
John
I think
Elway?
Montana might have.
Oh, wait, no, Elway
That's
wasn't
too
one.
late. That's too late.
No, Elway was 1, but he was 1 to the Colts.
Well,
Yeah.
right.
Elway wasn't 81 though.
No,
Elway had to be
no.
mid to late 80s.
I have no idea.
I don't know.
Because
That's-
I'll be honest. I'm not like I love football, and I've probably been obsessed with the sport since I was probably in like 8th grade. But I was never like a historian by any means. Like I wasn't retroactively going back and studying the league. I kind of know what I know since I've been watching.
Was
So
it
like
Marino?
a question about 81, I'm like, I don't fucking know.
Was it Marino?
No, can't be.
Marino was the same
it
as
wasn't
Elway.
Marino.
Same
Yeah,
draft
Marino
as
was
Elway.
like
Yeah,
drafted.
Because
yeah.
Marino was 3, right? Because that was the
No,
big
he
thing was
fell.
It was Elway or Marino.
Marino fell.
Oh, did he?
He was
Okay.
like 20 something.
I don't know. I
I only know that
10
because
years
of that
before.
30 for 30 though.
Oh, that's right. The Elway 30 for 30.
For Elway to Marino, and Marino was
Yeah.
like 26 or something like that.
So this was the same draft that LT was in.
Super Bowl champ is what he's saying.
It's an absolute no name. I would never. You guys will never. It's George Rogers.
Never would have
Who?
guessed that. Yeah, never would have guessed
Never
I think
would have
that's
guessed
like my
it.
fucking plumber's name.
it. It is my plumber's name.
Like, I don't know who that is.
Yeah, that's almost impossible. That one's a little too tough.
I heard you guys talking shit about like the Priest Holmes
How-
one.
how
and it's
easy
like,
it
I'm gonna
was.
stump
He-
these sons of
Yeah, right, exactly.
George Rogers. He got drafted by the Saints.
He had a show on PBS for like 2 decades.
The pick is
Jordan
in for
Davis.
Philadelphia.
Jordan
Davis,
Davis.
defensive
Oh,
tackle out
boy.
of Georgia. 6'6",
Wow.
Wow.
Wow. So here's the thing.
8,000 pounds. Just kidding.
So here's the thing about Jordan Davis is I've actually at one point in time we talked about putting together some episodes of Line to Gain for offensive and defensive linemen, position players going through the draft. At one point in time, I had Jordan Davis in the top 10.
Oh, pure talent wise, this is a no doubter.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We
So,
just have not
look-
seen a defensive end, cornerback, wide receiver outside of that taken so far.
The Ravens,
or
Ravens,
left tackle. Or
Ravens are taking Hamilton here. Ravens are taking Hamilton. There's no way they're going to
Absolutely.
watch what happened to them twice against the Bengals and not address that secondary.
At pick
Absolutely.
13, we got our first pick outside of what I call the premium position.
Sure.
So that's
absolutely.
the part
Because
I find
this is a pure interior defensive lineman. There's
Right.
no edge rusher in Jordan Davis. He is 6'6", 370, and he's
Well,
gonna
here's
make your life a living hell.
you're not going to get your so that's what you won't get in the NFL is an interior guy pushing to the outside. But what you will get in the NFL is, and I think you can see the Bengals do here at 31 is get a guy who may have lined up on the outside in college, but he can play a 5 technique, in the NFL. He can play a down lineman. He can play standing up if you need him to in a nickel packet or whatever you need. You can get some of those guys that push the inside. You see Sam Hubbard do it all the time. What you're not going to get, what you're not going to get is those interior guys that flex out. That's just not going to happen in the NFL. So
Right.
Right.
another
So-
cool suit, man. These suits are fucking
Yeah.
dope.
Looking
So-
fly.
so
Another
You
one
don't-
giving me
you
Christmas vibes though.
Yeah, it looks like a
So you
fucking
don't-
present.
You don't think the Bengals take Travis Jones at 31 then by that statement?
Based on what the Bengals like to do, I would say no. And based on where their needs currently lie, they've invested heavy into a 1 technique defensive lineman. I think you get a guy that can do that kind of stuff. Any way they go, though, you can guarantee number 31 is going to be a mean athlete. That's what they're going to be.
Yeah.
That's what they've done
fair.
the last 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
So, Hamilton is 100% going to the Ravens.
Yeah, so this will be interesting because this is our first AFC North pick,
Mhm.
and it's also the team that we can all collectively hate together.
Yeah, fuck the Ratbirds.
So
Yeah.
it'll be
Yeah,
interesting
fuck
to
them.
see what they do
Yeah.
here, because that is
Piece
the
of
other
shit.
part. That is the other part of the draft
Yeah.
that is always equally important to me is
Sh-
what are your division rivals doing?
Yeah, absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
this will be a very interesting pick for us.
This
to
is
talk
Kyle
about coming
Hamilton,
up, so I'm
right?
excited. I think it's
It's
Hamilton
gotta
as
be.
well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
I'm being a fat kid ordering Wendy's right now.
Hell yeah, you are.
Can you get me a JBC with a small frosty, please? Vanilla.
See,
It's on
here's
the
the
way.
thing, Corey, is that there's a Wendy's every mile and a half in Columbus because this is where they're based out of.
I've been to the OG. Well, while it was standing, I went to the OG Wendy's. It's no longer standing. They've demolished it.
You know what? I'm gonna go outside of where we're at. So, what was the guy I just said? Why am I blanking on his
McDonald's.
name?
You guys want a crazier stat? My dad
Aaron-
partied. My dad partied with Wendy Thomas at OSU.
She hot?
Hell yeah.
Was she hot?
Were the pigtails real?
She called- was she
Stories
called
stories for after the podcast.
I think they're for now. Absolutely. This is
No.
we're not garnered by the FCC. Let's go.
Shouldn't
Shouldn't have said your dad.
I'm changing my. I got Jermaine Johnson. I think Baltimore, and that's who I'd pick for the last one. I think Baltimore has a bigger need on
Pick
the
is
defensive
in.
line itself
Well,
than it does in the
then
backfield.
Houston gets a cupcake, right? And Kyle Hamilton, that's unbelievable. That he
That
falls
would
all the way
be-
to 15. That's unreal.
Yeah, and I'll be interested
not-
in that
so
pick too,
Kyle
because that's the
Hamilton
one
is
that
not
that's the one
getting
the
picked.
Browns traded. So who
Hamilton
could
is
we
not
have
getting
taken with
picked.
that?
Why do you say that?
I'm watching him right now, and his lips said, "God damn, bro. God damn. Why not right
Maybe
now?"
no, maybe he's like, God damn, bro. Like I just got drafted. Or like maybe he's like, I have to cover Jamar Chase. God damn, bro. What the fuck?
God damn.
He could have said why right now.
Notice that he didn't say Donovan Jones people there, or people's yet.
Or like I'm going to the Ravens. We don't have a quarterback. Why? We don't know who our quarterback
First of all,
is.
you can throw out DPJ, that's fine, but we have Amari Cooper.
Yeah. You got Amari.
Well, according to Bobby, he's not a top 15 receiver. So.
Yeah.
Who, Cooper?
Yeah.
I don't. I'm fine with that. That's fine.
No,
I'd
me
have
and
to sit
Todd
down
made
and
the
do my
argument.
list.
Me and Todd made the argument that it was.
Yeah. So, Aaron,
I got
you're
shit on
aware-
for this a long time ago.
I'd have
They
to
just-
sit
they just
down and
don't know how to
actually
let it
do
go.
my list, but he's somewhere around that range. He's not
Right.
top
Well,
10.
this was week 3, somewhere around there, right? Week 2, week 3. And Bobby makes that statement. Corey and I both went, "Are you sure? Did you mean that?" And Bobby's like, "Yeah, absolutely." So that's the running joke, is that Amari Cooper's not a top 15 receiver in the NFL.
You know what we haven't been doing, guys, is like celebrating the trade. So we have some drinking to do right now. I think there's been 3 trades.
Oh no, I just poured more in my cup.
Oh fuck! What am I going to do with this now? We need to celebrate. Kyle Hamilton confirmed to the Ravens.
Wow.
That's terrifying for the AFC North, though.
See, it's not like he's good, but like
What do you-
a safeties don't win you Super Bowls, guys.
This
Like,
is a non-premium position to me. It
exactly.
sucks. It's a good player. It's
Good
good
player.
make a difference. It's the same thing like when the Steelers traded for
I think we got another trade.
what's
Hold
his
on.
name? Yeah.
Keep going.
When they traded for Minka from Miami. He showed every time I watch the game, I'm like, fuck this guy, he's awesome. But I just don't value those positions outside of that.
So the
Especially
Ravens,
with this kind of draft capital.
the Ravens have also made a trade right now and sending Hollywood Brown to the Arizona Cardinals.
What?
Yes.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Yes.
Is it
Hold
for
on,
the
I want to defend myself really quick. I just pulled up the stats for the 2021 NFL receivers. Guess who wasn't in the top 25? Amari fucking Cooper.
He was hurt.
Suck my dick.
He was
He
hurt.
was hurt.
He was
I don't
hurt.
care.
Excluded.
He wasn't
Dude,
there. Next.
Bobby, do your due
Next.
diligence before you
Next.
come out here with that bullshit. You're walking in the
Bobby,
gauntlet,
Bobby,
bitch.
The
Let's
best
go.
ability
Pop,
is
pop.
availability.
Pop, 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 pop.
Exactly, Aaron.
Hold on,
Somebody's got
hold
my
on.
back.
Hold on. Hold on. The Ravens are getting back into the first round with the 23rd overall pick from the Cardinals for Marquise Brown.
They got a
Mark-
first rounder for Hollywood.
Yep.
That's
Wow.
bananas.
That is
Wow.
bananas. A-N-A-N-A-S. That trade is bananas.
Man.
I mean,
Hey,
obviously
man.
they have Hopkins, who is
Yes.
a top 3
Tez-
receiver when healthy.
Tez has a hot
Yeah.
comment here.
They
Tez
drafted
says that Kyle
Moore
Hamilton
last
is
year.
not worth the 14th pick. Wow.
Tez, can you elaborate?
Here-
Can you explain to us?
Here's
why
my
he's
view
not-
on that. Kyle Hamilton is the best non-marquee positional player. Like Aaron has said, Aaron is like
Actually,
marquee.
no, Jordan Davis. Jordan Davis is.
Okay. Kyle Hamilton is a top 3 non-position, marquee positional player in this draft. So once you get out of the top 10, it's free reign. It's about need. If you can address need with best available as well, then you absolutely do it. And I think to say that the Ravens didn't need help in the secondary, particularly on the back end, particularly in a league where now you are going against Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, you're going against guys like Amari Cooper and DPJ who can stretch the field. All of those guys can stretch the field. You need somebody that can keep that lid on, can keep the top on your defense. Kyle Hamilton does that. So I think
Where'd you see the Baltimore thing?
so it's coming through from Rap. It's coming through from Ari right now. So number 23 going back to the Ravens for Hollywood Brown. I mean, if you're the Ravens, you have absolutely just fleeced the Cardinals right now. So
Sure.
Cardinals continue to be a really stupid franchise. So hats off to them.
What's the phrase, Corey? You cut the bird. You don't bet on the birds.
You don't bet on the bird after you cut the bird. Yeah, you don't bet on the Cardinals after Thanksgiving. It's just kind of it's like, honor thy mother and thy father. Don't steal. Don't well wide after Labor Day. Yeah, absolutely. And don't bet on the Cardinals after Thanksgiving. Those are the 3 things.
I think I've got another member on board for the Amari Cooper argument. Tez said when Cooper played, he still wasn't productive in the games he played in.
So here's the thing about that is when you look at Amari Cooper, when he is the option, yeah, he is very productive. The Cowboys have a lot of weapons at wide receiver. There's a lot of places to spread that ball around. So is he an elite wide? Let me be very clear. Amari Cooper is not an elite wide receiver. The argument was before last season, Bobby said Amari Cooper is not a top 15 wide receiver, and I fell out of my chair.
The Houston Texans select Kenyon Green, guard, Texas A&M.
Solid pick.
Wow, they took it. That's a great pick.
Todd is just shocked. Yeah,
absolutely jacked. Todd, give us.
Todd is at the no. Hold on. But Todd is like 4 bourbons deep, and every pick he is just jacked out of his mind. Holy shit!
This is incredible.
So here it is again. We're starting to see a run on these non-premiums.
Right.
Yeah.
So Kenyon Green he's the creeper into this top 20 spot, right? Because there was a point in time where we saw Linderbaum at this spot right here in the top 20. And Zion Johnson was in the top 20. And Kenyon Green, more film, more combine time.
Good for him.
He's an absolute animal.
All right.
Absolute animal.
I am officially going to call my shot. Washington, LA, Philly, and New Orleans. None of those teams need a quarterback. Malik Willis will go at pick 20 to the Pittsburgh Steelers.
But what have we just seen all these trades?
Yeah. You could see
Call
somebody
my shot.
move back up.
Kobe.
I think Philly loaded up. They just traded up. But they also loaded up from the Saints trade. I could see them taking some ammunition and saying we'll see you next year.
I could see a wide receiver going here too.
All right. Tez, you're dead to me. Just kidding.
I like Tez. You can be my friend now, Tez.
No, we caught a sweet dub on Rebirth earlier, so Tez knows I love him.
No, I think we've seen this has been a really fun first round of the NFL draft. One of the most fun that I've had in recent memory. I think mostly because I haven't had extreme anxiety knowing that most of this is out of my hands, right, or out of my team's hands, right? You're kind of when you're picking at 31, when you're picking at
picks are already in for the Commanders, by the way.
Yeah.
They wasted no time.
When you're picking at 25 plus, you're more reactionary than you are anything.
I mean, can you be proactive in that situation?
Yeah, you can be proactive in that situation, trading up, right? That's how you. But at the end of the day, it takes 2 to tango, right? It takes 2 people
for
sure. to make a deal. So I think you're just watching how the board is falling. When Aaron gets back, we'll get a big board update to kind of go over some of the Bengals. Obviously, we know what the Steelers need is. They need defense. They need a quarterback. They need offensive line. So they don't need D-line, but they could use some help in the secondary. They could use a quarterback, and they could use offensive line help. So Pittsburgh coming up at 20. We're looking at that. Also coming up in the draft here right now. Sorry, as I get back to it. We got Washington on the clock with a pick in. Chargers at 17, followed by Philly, New Orleans, Pittsburgh there at 20. New England 20 or 21, New England, then Green Bay. 23, you got Arizona, Dallas, Buffalo, Tennessee, Titans with their first pick at 26, followed by Tampa Bay, Green Bay, KC at 29, and KC at 30, obviously followed by the Bengals, and then the Vikings will be the last pick in the first round, barring another trade.
Does it feel like we've been going for almost 2 hours already?
No,
we
it's
have.
been magical.
It's just a magical day. It's like Christmas for football nerds, guys. That it's the most wonderful time of the year. It really is. Because and if you haven't read our blog yet, go to rallytellsports.com.
Travis wrote a really nice piece.
That's what I was saying. Travis wrote a really nice piece. He wrote a really nice piece about why the draft is so special, and it kind of just talks a little bit about. I want to let you go and read it and enjoy it, but the lack of stress because you're not losing a game, right? It's just you're enjoying the event. So go check it out, rallytellsports.com. Shout out to Travis Parker for a great blog piece. Again, Travis, as long as you're willing to contribute to the blog, we'll have you. So
yeah, and that goes for everybody that's in chat. If you guys have something that you want to write about, it doesn't even have to be like major. It's like whether it's soccer, hockey.
I wrote about taking my kids to a golf course for the first time.
Right. So if you guys have something you want to contribute, shoot it to the email rallytellsports09@gmail.com. We'll give it a look over. We'll let you know whether or not we're going to post it. Obviously, the four of us are going to commit on whether or not that we want to put it on there. But I mean, as long as it is something that is decently written, we're going to put it on there. I mean, it's all good stuff, man.
Todd wrote a piece about how he wants to fuck Bob Castellini. Fuck Bob Castellini. That's what it was. Yeah.
Hey. Don't you twist my words on this. This is a public platform, god damn it.
Oh boy. Blockbuster trade is in, ladies and gentlemen. The Tennessee Titans have done what everyone is speculating that they were going to do. They're trading A.J. Brown to the Philadelphia Eagles.
So the Eagles are obviously trading their pick back. Wow. So is that just a 1-for-1?
I don't know. The details aren't now.
Oh, wow. So here's your jump.
Wow. Hold on.
I did say Philly might be trading that back. I didn't know why, but
You did. You
did call your shot.
Here's the deal. Lamar Jackson has just tweeted. Maybe it's already deleted, but Ari, if you don't follow him at My Sports Update on Twitter, you're doing something wrong. I'm just telling you got to follow Ari. He breaks shit before Shefty all the time. Lamar Jackson is saying, "What the fucking fuck, bro? We traded away Hollywood. Broken heart, broken heart, broken heart, broken heart, broken heart." So clearly, Lamar Jackson.
Here's the thing: I get it for Lamar, but from Baltimore's perspective, to be able to get a first rounder back. I mean, Hollywood Brown. I mean, go look at that draft. He was the first one off the board. It was A.J. Brown, McLaren, all those guys taken after him.
Here are the terms of the trade. The terms of the trade: A.J. Brown to the Eagles in exchange for Philly's 18th and a third round pick. So they get back into the first round, and they are getting, they're adding a pick in the first round. Right? The Titans, as we already said, are later in this first round. What are the Titans moving up for here? They're trading away for Burks. That could be a great pick, right? A cheaper option with a lot of upside. I like.
Yeah, because you look here, you got the Chargers in front of you. I'm not worried about them taking a receiver here.
Right. Commanders just took Dotson.
Yep.
So
Dotson's off the board.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that was my
wild chaos. I love it.
Yeah, a lot of shit, dude. This offseason has been fucking BANANAS. This shit.
Liddy titty.
Liddy titty.
Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Jahan Dotson,
Football.
wide receiver, Penn State. 91 catches, 1,200 yards.
Low key though, him and Scary Terry, that's a good combo. That's a good combo. And
I mean, anyone in Terry McLaurin is like a good
Yeah.
combo, right? But the
you
only
gotta
problem
think-
is who's throwing him the football.
right. There's no right, and you have no Logan Thomas too. Right,
Oh,
you have
man.
no Logan Thomas until the middle of next year.
Yep.
Bobby,
I
you
know,
guys
but-
are gonna get your pick of the litter here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're gonna
absolutely,
get a quarterback.
Who's you want
Kobe.
Willis, right?
Him or that 6'7" quarterback from
Matt Corral. Or no, Sam Howell.
Sam Howell.
No, Sam Howell's
Sam.
he's like 6'2".
Who's the 6'7" quarterback?
Let me see.
Paxton.
I saw his
He's
pro
in the-
day.
Yeah, I was gonna
workout.
say
It was-
Paxton
he's
Lynch. I don't know why.
It
Yeah.
reminded he reminded me of Ben a lot. He can move. He's huge. He's got a great arm. He throws a nice ball.
I got nobody in the top 100
Hold
higher
on.
than 6'3".
Pick is in for the Chargers.
So if you want to go ahead and take that guy, be my
Zion
Nah.
Johnson. They continue to
Wow.
invest. Todd, every pick. Every
Holy
pick.
shit! I'm just shocked that he's going at 17. I can't believe that shit. That's
What
crazy.
like this is the most like boring suit we've seen, and it's really nice. Like it's just professional. It's just baby
I
like a
believe that-
blue
I wore
gray
that to the
suit,
wedding
yellow
once.
tie. He looks like he's walking in for a job interview.
Chargers keep getting better at offensive line too. They've
That's a good
continuously
pick for them,
invested. Yeah, they've continuously invested in that core. Obviously, with taking Rashawn Slater in the first round last year, they've continued to build up, and they've brought in some free agents in the last offseason too. So,
and I'm high on the Chargers.
you are
I-
you're smoking it.
I think my thing is at one point in time Zion was a second round pick. Like what, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago? And now we're seeing him getting taken. at
Well, I mean,
17
you've already
overall.
seen so many offensive linemen off the board. I mean, do you think the Chargers are just trying to solidify, the
You haven't
did-
though.
Yeah, but you've seen one guard off the board.
Exactly.
Right.
No interior guys. There's a lot available there. Tackles are going to go early. The premium tackles are
Right.
going to go early.
Always.
Yeah. I
Okay. This is starting to get fun here.
So
This is where I think Tennessee takes the guy from Northern Iowa, the tackle from Northern Iowa, Noah Penning. This is where I think he
so
goes.
you don't think it's what's his name, Burks?
No, I think it's Penning. I think Penning goes here.
Okay.
Travis coming
Travis
in saying,
said
I'm
Corey
here to
fixed
be sad. Please help Corey fix this.
No, dude, Travis, you guys made the right trade. I think you made the right trade. You have
That's
2 first-round picks.
Right. So if you're a Titans fan, you have I don't know. I understand the perspective of a Titans fan. Imagine
Travis,
imagine
AJ Brown
it's
is in the
2000
back half of his career. You've already seen his best days.
And he hasn't even got to his first contract. Here's
I
the
was gonna say,
I disagree
I
with
know,
that.
I know,
I
Yeah.
disagree with that.
He can't stay healthy.
It was last year.
Yeah, that's pretty
really
much
the only-
it. That's pretty much it. Titans pick is in.
it's
I
Penning.
mean, when you trade
gotta
up,
be
you know.
Yeah, you
Why?
know. You're like, hold on, let's think this.
Why?
through.
Because the Titans refuse to take anything other than offensive line?
Well, no, because it makes sense here because you have to sure up because Quisenberry's gone, right?
He's not a pass blocker. Quisenberry sucks.
Right. He sucks at pass blocking, so you need a pass blocker. That's what Penning is. He's a
I mean,
pass
I'm sorry.
blocker.
No, that's I meant no,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's the
he's
thing,
he's
Travis
he's a
just
he's
said
a
it.
run blocker. Well, let's see it.
Uh,
Yeah, I'm okay with not paying him $23 million for 10 games. Yeah, absolutely.
If you take a receiver here, you're just resetting that clock. And again, we're talking premium position. And I don't know if Burks is going to be the pick here, and I don't know if he's going to be, an elite receiver or a downgrade from AJ Brown or not.
Dude,
You would guess so, but
there are so many
Quisenberry-
tweets. There are so many tweets from Tic Tac Titans that I want to go screenshot right now. Like AJ Brown is not going to be traded. AJ Brown is not going to be traded. It's not going to happen. Jeffrey Simmons tweeting out, "Wait, this bet not be true." Taylor Lewan, what? ... So, Titans players obviously didn't know either. Crazy.
I don't know the last year that we've seen wide receivers in general just being outrageous this offseason. That's a fact. I don't remember the last first round draft where we've seen player for picks trades like this.
Yeah, especially starters
So,
that
do
are
you
moved.
think
Like,
Robert Woods going to the Titans has anything to do with AJ Brown getting moved?
100%. They
Maybe
have a
a
guy-
little bit, but he's still coming off injury.
He's coming off injury, but he is a guy that can eat up a lot of touches, and he got injured earlier in the year. He's going to be pretty healthy by the time training camps gets going. He can take a lot of the volume, right? He takes a lot of the volume of the passing game, and Tannehill is not a guy that, I don't know, he's not. I guess he does air it downfield a lot. I was going to say he's not a downfield thrower, but he did do that a lot with A.J. Brown when it was just A.J. Brown there for their passing game.
BRB boys.
And so, I think the Titan strategy here is we're gonna get a lot of completions with Robert Woods, and I think they're gonna go
I mean, you
get
still have
Burks
Derrick
here.
Henry, right? Like that's your
Right.
identity.
And
Yeah.
so here Travis says it's the Jags overpaying Christian Kirk, and that's there's truth to that, right? You see Jacksonville giving Kirk what $94 million.
Yeah, I mean that's also partially the Duval tax of I need you to come, like I need to overpay you to get you here.
I don't know that. Well, he kind of set the threshold for the additional wide receiver contracts after that, right? Because you see a guy like Devontae Adams, who again, I'm not saying this that he's not worth the money, but like
Not
he
even on the
gets
same planet.
he gets $140. Tyreek Hill gets another 130 million plus. Like it's just a weird scenario where wide receivers went from Corey. You remember we were talking about Mike Williams from the Chargers.
Yeah.
When he got his contract extension, you're like, how you going to pay a wide receiver that much money?
Yeah.
To now wide receivers are the second or third highest paid position. So he's right. Christian Kirk kind of sets that threshold where
I think Sammy Watkins
Guys-
set the bar. Sammy Watkins
Right.
set the bar. That was a ridiculous contract he got from the Chiefs. Absolutely
And again-
ridiculous.
I can't tell you how happy I am what we gave up for Cooper. Like that is it just every day just continues.
Third and a fourth.
Third and a fourth. And yeah, he's making $20 million. But it can, when you look at these other contracts, it just is
Yeah.
an absolute freaking steal.
Yeah, you did the Cowboys a favor as well. Obviously, getting
Yeah.
them off the books. Yeah, Travis
go
Westbrook, he kind of is not going to be your number 2 wide receiver. I'm just letting you know that right now. It's going to be
No.
Trey. It's going to be Burks.
The interesting thing though is
Ooh.
it seems like half the GMs are on the we need to pay these receivers, and then the other half are like we're getting way too much talent out of the draft on rookie deals. So I'm wondering if, in a roundabout way, receiver is going to start to be viewed a little bit more
Like running
back, where there's so much depth every year at this position. So why am I paying somebody $23 million?
100%. That's what the Bengals do. The Bengals don't extend wide receivers past the second contract, and then when they do a second contract, it's team friendly every single time. Now,
Right.
when you have guys like, don't freak out, Bengals fans. They're probably going to extend Jamar Chase, but Jamar Chase is
You have
not.
so much time though. You don't even have to worry about that.
You don't have to worry about that right now. But what I mean is, you're not getting that. Like AJ Brown's not Jamar Chase. He's not. I'm sorry. Like he's just not that, and even on the same planet. So it's a different breed when you're talking about these middle tier, or A1 wide receivers like we keep talking about here, like your Galladays and all these guys. That they can be effective on your team, but
Corey, you're right. You're right. Traylon Burks going right here for the Titans.
Yep.
So I'm
Is that what it
talking
is?
to-
Yeah.
Yes.
We got it.
I'm talking-
High five, Corey.
I'm talking to a guy I'm working with, and he's a big football guy. We talk football. We do the water cooler.
is he watching the
podcast.
fucking show? Get him in here.
He's watching the show. He's watching it at a bar. So he said, all right, everything makes sense right now. Titans are on the clock. Why Washington takes Dotson. They trade. This is why the Eagles trade it for Davis. And then now you get to take Treylon Burks, and you fill that void with less money, right?
Yeah.
Because AJ Brown wants a
100%.
contract extension. So now you get Treylon Burks, who has the ability to be a stretch and your bruiser. And you pay him what? 45-50% of what you're going to have to pay AJ Brown to extend
Less
him?
than that. You just reset the whole clock. The amount of money that he's going to make in his first 3 years is negligible at best.
Travis, go to bed. Sleep good tonight. You got Treylon Burks. You're fine. Everything's kosher.
So New Orleans is
now-
back on the clock here, boys.
Now we're kind of at the point though where I think receiver has kind of dropped off now.
Yeah, because now you're talking
that was a
about-
run that we just saw.
Yeah.
Well, now you're talking about mid-level receivers. Now you're talking about Sky Moore. You're talking about
Pickens,
the guy
yeah.
from North Dakota State. You're talking about Dickens. You're talking about those guys that were late first, early second round guys. And Green Bay still needs a wide receiver. Kansas City
Mhm.
still needs a wide receiver.
Great points.
So what are these guys going to do? Yeah. So what is Green Bay going to do now? Because I think Green Bay was relying on Treylon Burks to just trickle down to them at what, 22, 23, somewhere around there. And that's gone. So does somebody like Green Bay, do they take Sky Moore from Central Michigan?
I think if you're gonna go get a wide receiver right now, if you're Green Bay, which I don't think they will at this point, you're either gonna trade one of your first round picks for a wide receiver that's already in the NFL, or you're gonna take something else.
But who is that guy now? Who's left? I mean, there's Debo.
Valdez
but I
Scantling.
don't think
No, he's gone.
he's with the
City.
Chiefs.
Oh, okay, that's right. It wasn't that one. It was Lazard.
Lazard is their top receiver because they don't have a tight end. Remember that. They have nobody. They have Alan Lazard. That's their number one receiver right now.
Bobby, you got to be feeling good right now.
Yes, Wendy's just got delivered. There's no QBs off the board. He's drinking alcohol again.
Question: who's the best tight end in this draft?
Trey McBride.
Out of Colorado State.
Because I know you mentioned Green Bay doesn't have a tight end. That's why I was curious.
Oh no, what's his name?
Good, huh?
You
AJ Brown.
mean Trey
AJ Brown
McBride?
got
Yeah,
traded.
thank you. Thanks
No.
so much.
Oh God, he was fucking great the last 2 years.
At Ohio
Yeah,
State.
Trey McBride.
Oh no, for Green Bay.
Oh, Tanya. Robert
Tanya.
Tanya.
That's what.
He's
Yeah,
gone.
Tanya.
He's a free agent.
Oh, is he? Okay.
Well, that doesn't mean he's gone.
Well,
They can still re-sign him. Yeah.
They can, in theory. Greg Dulcich from UCLA is also really good. You're right, Travis. So is Jeremy Ruckert from Ohio State, who I
Pick is
would
in.
Pick is in, yeah.
take him in the third round.
I don't know. I could see New Orleans taking a quarterback here.
And they only signed Jameis to a 2-year deal.
Right.
Well, they got the future in Andy Dalton too, so remember that.
True.
Yeah, $6 million.
Red
You're
rifle.
$6 million. You're fine. Everything's fine.
I just want to Andy Dalton in the New Orleans nightlife is just a fucking hilarious thought to me. Just like dancing like Jim Carrey and in fucking Ace Ventura. Like
I picture it more of like him crawling out of the rhino.
just what?
That's a great visual.
Thank you for that, Todd.
You're welcome. It's my pleasure.
Oh shit! I have no idea what New Orleans is going to do here. I honestly don't.
I have no idea either. I really have
Defense.
This is the first one I have no feel for. Or I think even the ones I've gotten wrong, I've gotten the position.
Are there any good are there any big name O linemen left? Because they went on a tackle run there for a
Yeah,
little
I
bit.
mean,
Pending from Northern Iowa. He's still available.
Okay.
Yeah. He's still
Because they did just lose Teron Armstead, their left
Yeah.
tackle.
Right.
Tyler
He's-
Smith from Tulsa still on the board.
Yeah.
If you're talking tackles and there's still some interior guys too. And I'm not going to sit here and pretend I know every single guy on the Saints O line, and I'm not 100% sure there. I have absolutely no feel for this pick.
I have no feel, as in like in two cents, double entendre there. I have no idea, and I also will not be emotionally affected by whoever it is, more than likely.
Well, can we talk about real quick how the Cardinals lose Christian Kirk and they get AJ Brown?
Not bad. No, I mean, here's the thing, man.
Wait, what was it? What did you say?
They lose Christian Kirk and get AJ Brown. Like that was their
No,
offseason.
they get Hollywood Brown.
Hollywood Brown.
Oh,
Yeah,
Hollywood
AJ Brown.
Right. That's why I was. Yeah.
The Eagles. I'm sorry, I misspoke. Yeah. Still, so you think about
That's
so
a
you
that's a
think about
downgrade.
Hollywood- You think that's a downgrade?
No.
Oh, Christian. You think Hollywood Brown's better than Christian Kirk?
Yes.
I think Hollywood Brown presents more opportunity.
If anything, negligible. Anything, it's a wash.
Hollywood Brown has the dropsies for sure, but he is definitely a more athletic, explosive player.
Yeah,
right. So,
top end.
Christian
speed.
Kirk is a great number 3 receiver. I mean, you're right. Like he got overpaid. He's a number 2 at best.
Trevor Penning, tackle, Northern Iowa.
let's go. Let's
Keeping the streak.
Going to the Aints.
Great.
Let's just start naming everyone on the board and we got it.
We got it.
So So
Dude, the Steelers are going to get their pick here. I cannot believe a quarterback in 2020. I'm sorry, Todd. Real quick, I cannot believe a quarterback in 2022 has not been picked since 20.
They might not take a quarterback here, guys.
I know.
So if you were on the TikTok machine and you follow Trevor Penning, he is an absolute animal. He's unbelievable in terms of just being like just pure body strength at this position.
Fun fact: we're all animals. Todd, next, go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. Continue. Thank you. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. So there are videos of Penning out there squatting 6 plates with ease. And you watch his Senior Bowl game and you watch some of his combine videos. This feels like a steal at 19 for the Saints. Maybe I read too much into the hype of social media for this guy, but it just feels like
that guy's not going to post his lowlights.
It's true. Yeah, he's not gonna be like, "Hey, look at this time I missed this block."
Right. Sure, that's fair, but it's not him. All right. We're getting the whole social media. Is he posting it? Who's posting it? It's not
burner accounts.
Yeah, it's not him posting this shit.
Kenny Pickett's girlfriend looks concerned. Let's just talk about that for a minute.
Well, it's the same thing though. Where listen, I am not a draft expert. You know what I mean? I sit there and I watch the same YouTube videos everyone else does, and I just find it hilarious anytime. What was it? What happened?
No, that was a genuine comment. Like,
it's not about that. Go ahead.
No, the only thing I was going to say is I find it hilarious when people, and I'm going to even just say people like us, but just people in general, like, oh, dude, you got to watch the tape. And I'm like, you're literally watching highlights.
Yeah.
Somebody spliced those together for you. Like, do your research, bud.
I would
like,
dude,
you Googled the same thing.
Yeah, do your research. What are you, a fucking Twitter scout? Like, shut up, dude.
Yeah, I am. So don't talk to me like that. First of all,
well, not you.
I'm not saying you. I'm just saying I find the whole thing in general very funny.
I know.
I have a huge.
I get it.
I ordered my spicy chicken sandwich with Asiago cheese, and they also threw bacon on it.
Damn, dude.
Shout out Wendy's if you
shout out Wendy's.
Yeah, Wendy's in Columbus, Ohio.
Biggie size this podcast, motherfucker. The Steelers pick is in, Bobby. Are you jacked right now? Who's it going to be?
Willis.
Who's it going to be? Willis?
It could be Ritter. I think it could be Ritter.
What if it's Kenny Pickett?
Ritter
What are you going to do if it's Kenny Pickett? I need commitment right now. What are you going to do if it's Kenny Pickett? You're going to leave? Mm-hmm. You're going to leave. Mm-hmm. If it's Kenny Pickett, you're going to just walk out the door. All right. Well,
he got Wendy's, not Burger King.
That's true. He's got something to do. Yeah, you should have got Burger King. I think you have to.
For your new small hands quarterback.
You have to DoorDash. If you have to DoorDash Burger King a Whopper if they pick Kenny Pickett.
Okay.
I think that's what has to happen. All right.
Done.
Fine. That sounds great. Actually.
And can we also just comment on the fact that E-Trade has brought back the little baby commercials now, where the baby talks about trading stocks.
Thank God.
It's just a phenomenal. It just shows that we're getting back to normal as a country. Is really what this shows.
That's what I use E-Trade. That's my stock.
Yep. Yeah. That's me too. Me too, Aaron. I use.
You guys give your money to a baby? Fucking idiot.
Yes,
he's probably going to do better with it than I do.
yeah. He's very resourceful and hasn't steered me in the right direction yet. So
he's got the connections, man.
Oh, I'm nervous here. I really don't want Desmond.
It's a division pick, right? So this is a
I don't want Desmond Ritter, and I don't want Malik Willis. Actually, yeah,
Jordan with the comment here. Desmond Ritter. If Desmond Ritter is
that was my dark horse here.
Quarterback off the board here, that says a lot.
Todd, did you hear what happens if they take Kenny Pickett?
Yes, I heard.
Bobby has to order. He has to DoorDash a Whopper, and
here's the thing: I'm right across the street. I'll take a double Whopper with cheese. I'm fine.
Wow.
I'll even buy you a Whopper.
I can eat. I can always eat.
I will double down.
Yeah.
Can I get on this shit?
Can I get on this shit?
No, you're not right across the street. So get out.
Yeah, but it's DoorDash. It doesn't fucking matter where he is geographically. It's the internet.
No, dude.
I will buy everybody here a fucking Whopper if they take Kenny Pickett.
All right, I'm in.
I'm in. Yeah, I'm not gonna say no. Yeah. With cheese, though, right?
Oh, one of those bets where I can't lose. All right.
Yeah, dude. Oh, that's fucking hilarious. All right, the Steel City is out in droves here in Las Vegas.
Tez says KP. Tez says KP. So let's see what's going to happen here.
Tez, if they do that, we're never playing Warzone again.
Oh my God,
I'm just
Bobby.
kidding.
Yeah, but
You're
we'll
a
be,
content
but at least
creator,
the
Bobby.
three of
Get
us will
outta
be
here.
full.
Right. I would love a double waffle cheese. I'm starving.
Yeah, I got ahead of the curve. I was like, I'm hungry. I'm just gonna.
It's a smart man, and you're gonna feel better in the morning because you ate like shit tonight. So that's good.
Got some mixed nuts here I can chow on.
Yeah, you do.
You got a.
I don't know. I'm
here on the
12.
podcast, too.
Yeah, I'm
Shout
12.
out Aldi, great charcuterie board selection.
And also, Aaron's fiance is probably a master class in charcuterie boards. So
It's insane, man.
it's bananas. Yeah, you don't even you can't eat dinner after
All
she
right,
does.
someone call this one out because I know you guys are ahead of me.
All right.
Yeah, just keep your mouth shut.
They're reading something. There's a
We've got Franco Harris there, obviously.
an elderly man
That's
standing.
Franco fucking Harris. You watch your mouth.
Wow, he looks so old.
Someone's grandpa standing on the stage.
Is this like
Grandpa-
one of those
Oh.
late
Grandpa will lay
make a
his
wish
nuts on
things?
your forehead probably to this
And
day.
the NFL doing what they do best, sucking the Steelers' dick. It's great. Let's just drag this one out. I'm not going to ruin this for you, Bobby. Sorry. The Steelers select. Nobody say it.
It's not Kenny Pickett. There's no shot.
Nobody say it. I want Bobby's reaction.
Whoa! Whoa! Wowie! Wow!
Well,
I need
Um,
addresses.
I prefer my Whopper with cheese personally.
As do I, yeah. I'm a big with cheese guy. Bobby's heartbroken right now. I don't even know if I can take this from him.
Wow! Holy shit! Onoshago called me Chris Craig.
Bobby, I need you to put your face in the microphone and give us an instant reaction right now.
Yeah.
Right now, let's go. Come on,
Let's
talk
hear
to
it.
us.
Let's hear it.
Don't close out. Talk to us. We're here for you.
Mitch Trubisky, Kenny Pickett.
Mason Rudolph. Fuck, marry, kill. Go. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. So I'm gonna go ahead and say here that I don't think this is as bad as Bobby thinks. Like Kenny Pickett for a long time was the number one quarterback prospect in this draft. I think for a long time he was the number two quarterback prospect in this draft. He proved that he is an athlete. The kid can move. He can run. I don't think that this is that big of a. I don't. Where did the stock fall? Like why is there that big of a concern? The thing that does concern me is that 19 teams, theoretically speaking, every other team basically passed on Kenny Pickett because they didn't trade up to go get him. People were trading back. That was happening. If you wanted him, you could have gone up and got him, right? I'm just curious, what are your thoughts? Maybe you need 24 hours to throw this out. Maybe somebody else could jump in while Bobby's processing this right here. Go ahead, Toddy.
Let me jump in. So here's the thing.
With cheese, Bob. Thanks.
Yeah. If you were a Steelers fan, it's okay. Like you're not getting a bad quarterback here, right? So you signed
The Patriots have traded their pick, and the Chiefs are now on the clock.
So they get a wide receiver. So Kenny Pickett's not a bad quarterback here, right? So in my opinion, regardless of what Combine tells you, Kenny Pickett's best available, right? I think that he has the larger NFL upside over Malik Willis, regardless of a Wonderlic score, regardless of hand size, whatever you want to say. I think that
I would say
Pickett
I was just gonna say I think he has the higher floor. I don't think he has the higher ceiling. I think Malik Willis has the higher ceiling. Kenny Pickett is the safer pick, in my opinion.
Right.
Go ahead.
So he's considerate of where you want to be in 5 years, right? That's what you call Kenny Pickett. So don't lose sleep over it. He is a Midwest industrial guy. He's going to grind it out. He's going to do what he has to do. He's going to put in the work. And here's the thing: if you're a Steelers fan, you just signed Mr. Trubisky. You're fine. So if you're worried,
You don't
about
have to start
plan,
him. Yeah.
Yeah. If you're worried about a 2-year plan, don't worry about it. You have your guy for 2 years. You still have Deontay Johnson. You still have Chase Claypool. You still have
His hands can grow in a full year too.
right. And they can't. They can't. Easy. Look,
So
here's the
no, keep going. I love this.
no. So you still have the offensive
Fucking hate all of
weapon,
you.
and you still have Trubisky. It'll be. You have the defense, right? Don't sweat them taking Kenny Pickett.
I
at
have
the
to
end of the
devil's
day-
advocate. You're devil's advocate.
Do it.
I look at the division. I mean, it's Lamar Jackson, it's Joe Burrow, it's Deshaun Watson. Kenny Pickett. Here's the thing: when you take a guy like that in the first round, you're going to have to let him play for 3-4 years. Like that's going to be what the Steelers are going to do here. And,
Todd,
and
is
I
there
don't
anything you don't want on your Whopper? I'm just getting this out of the way now.
Oh man.
I added cheese.
It's fine. Don't give me a Whopper. I'm gonna go to sleep after this. It'll be fine.
I'm going to take. I think I will also take this as an IOU.
Yeah. We'll
Yeah.
catch it on later. I felt too bad from the way that you looked after you saw what happened to
look,
take food from
the-
you.
I know,
The pick makes sense. He played in Pittsburgh. It's a hometown pick.
That's the bar.
I just spent 2 minutes making you feel better, and that's your rebuttal.
Here's the thing, though, Bobby. That's a great like 4th or 5th point. That can't be number 1.
Yeah.
I'm
So
trying
here's-
here, guys.
Here's what the Chiefs gave up. Listen to this. They gave up number 29, 94, and 121 to move up to the 21st
This is
pick.
100% going to be a wide receiver because they just jumped in front of Green Bay to do it.
What's that corner? What's that corner?
The corner.
Has there been a gap on corner compared to value? That's all, because we haven't heard a corner go since 4-5 or whatever it was when we got
Yeah, so
Stingley and Sauce.
You're
Yeah,
looking
so-
at Trent McDuffie out of Washington, and
then
Elam
Booth
out of
after
Florida.
that, right? Yeah, and then Booth.
Okay, so Bengals fans sitting there at 31. You got a lot of people that have said that Elam is a guy that we want at 30. I think that has become one of the fan favorites at 31. That is a start right away lockdown corner at Elam.
You'll lose your mind getting a Florida cornerback.
I've already committed to that. I will be purchasing his jersey if we draft Elam.
Got it.
Yeah,
Oh, God.
Good investment at that stage.
yeah.
Well,
I mean,
there's a quarterback
corner.
off the board here, boys.
5 years.
Trent McDuffie,
He's gone.
he's gone. He's gone.
He's gone. So Kansas City knows something about Trent McDuffie that. Well, I guess if I don't know
Love you,
You-
Tez.
if Baltimore gets Kyle Hamilton, they don't need Trent McDuffie, right? I guess that's the theory of that.
I mean, yeah. Sure. I guess.
I don't know. I don't know the logic behind
What's
that.
the Baltimore connection there? What do you mean? He just went to the Chiefs.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I'm sorry.
Trent McDuffie, slow down over there.
Yeah.
There's
That
a
Weller's
whole-
hitting hard over there.
that Wellers is running a train on Todd right now.
That's my bad. That's my bad.
Just keep going. It's funny. We can clip this later to a highlight. Todd versus the Sauce on draft night, which is, I mean, with all four of us together, it is the greatest night in April 28th, 2022 history. It's
Yeah.
clear that
Yeah, you get this one time a year where I get to be vulnerable on Rally Towel Sports, right? So
I'll let you be vulnerable.
Tez,
Yeah,
you know I'm messing, man.
I
we'll play
apologize.
tomorrow.
That's bad. That's bad on my side.
Today was our last dub together. So
I was
Bobby's not playing. Yeah, you're not playing Warzone again, man.
I was more upset
Not
that
with
I
Tez.
lost the bet than the fact that it was Kenny Pickett. It just drives home the fact that the reason why I don't gamble. I never win. But Green Bay has already got their pick in. So I don't think they're going to waste any time here. This has to be a wide receiver. 1,000,000%. Wow.
Well, you said you were done playing Warzone. That's the
No,
only
I
reason.
didn't say I was done playing Warzone.
Oh, I'm
I
sorry.
said I was done playing Warzone with Tez.
With Tez. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That was not meant as anything other than funny. Oh boy,
Tez, you know I love you and Mrs. Tez.
Mrs. Tez.
Wouldn't trade it for the world.
Mrs. Tez. All right,
Mrs.
who's getting picked at 22? You got to go wide receiver, right?
Is there an echo in here?
Did you just say that? I'm sorry.
Yeah. I mean, I said it before you put up your stupid graphic.
Well, yeah, that's what I was doing and not listening. Yeah, that's what I was doing.
Yeah, I mean, you think receiver, but I feel like the Packers are kind of notorious for kind of
Quarterbacks.
Curveballs out there. No, not
Malik Willis, dude.
Yeah.
Malik Willis.
Malik Willis. Him and Jordan Love in the background. Come on now.
Go ahead, Aaron. What were you gonna say? Sorry.
No, I mean, I think a receiver makes sense, but also at the same time, that's bad value for where you're at right now.
Yeah, comparatively to what's on the board.
You don't draft. You never draft for need.
At
if you
this
can try
point,
to blend
at this
it a little
point,
bit.
yeah.
Well, but we've seen the run on receivers. We're now at the point where the guys
Right.
that are on the big board, and you can call it, whether we're all looking at the same board again. I'm not calling this my own research, but I know that NFL teams kind of generally follow that same thing. You're looking at guys in the 30s and 40s from a pure talent standpoint. So are you going to reach now for need, or are you going to try to grab a receiver in the second, third, or fourth round?
Who's at the top of the big board?
For right now,
Total overall.
let's see here. So we are.
Tez says they're going defense. Rob came in with a comment.
22.
I'm sorry, I was in a game. Bobby, are you a fan of the Steelers pick or no?
Pure big board. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
It's a
Daxton
lot.
Hill, safety out of Michigan, is on my board that I use is 14. Jermaine Johnson, edge rusher out of Florida State.
We have another
17.
trade. We have another trade as
What do we
they
got?
take Quay Walker out of inside linebacker out of Georgia, going to the Packers. The Bills are
Good
now
call,
on
Tez.
the clock. The Bills are now on the clock. They have gotten the 23rd pick from Baltimore, and the Bills
Who
are now on the clock.
traded Hollywood Brown to have that pick at all.
Yeah, so they're probably just moving back to 26 and probably getting a third rounder later. Or
They're
something
happy.
Like that.
Okay. Well,
Yeah,
no,
they're
but I
happy
mean,
with-
basically, so Buffalo's just jumping Dallas to do it.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So wide receiver, I don't know.
For what I considered a fairly boring draft coming in, just from again, we didn't see a quarterback taken until 20, right? Like that's just a
Right.
very atypical draft that we're used to. There's been a
Right.
lot of trades and chaos that I really appreciated out of this first round, and just goes to show you that the NFL draft is just always must-see television.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
So
Tez,
it's 23 for 25 and 130. So yeah, a third round pick.
Gotcha. Tez, good call with the defense. Rob, I was more upset that I lost a bet. Now I owe all three of these gentlemen something in the future.
No, a whopper. It's very clear.
Okay, it is guaranteed a whopper at some point. That I owe
And
the
it's
three
because
of
of
these
Kenny
guys.
Pickett's small little hands.
It's my strong hand. Grab my strong hand.
Let me just mix up these mashed potatoes for you. Here you go. Yep. I kind of mixed that with the Chris guy. I think that's the second time I've done that. What's the pedophile on Family Guy? What's his name?
Herbert.
Chris Griffin?
Herbert.
Oh.
Herbert. Yeah. Hi, Chris. Why don't you come down here and get some popsicles in the basement? Yeah, that's that guy right there. I've mixed
And now
that
back
guy
to the
with
Little
this.
League World Series.
Mm. Oh man! All right,
But
so
no,
the Bills.
Rob, I don't hate the pick. I think Kenny Pickett's a solid quarterback. I'm just really upset that I lost the bet. I'm a sore loser when it comes to losing bets. I
Oh,
come
well, then
down-
you're gonna hate Kenny Pickett.
Just can't even get off of him at this point.
No, I mean, listen,
We got to do it.
Steelers fans have been on the Browns fans my entire life because we've been terrible. And I here's the thing: I have no idea what's going to happen here. But again, when you look at the division, Kenny Pickett's going to have to really outperform. Because here's the thing: if he is Joe Burrow, number 1 pick, right? Deshaun Watson, established quarterback, Lamar Jackson, MVP. Those are very high bars that he's going to have. He's going to have to go above what anyone thinks of him now, and we can say that comfortably only with the fact of seeing how the draft fell. Seahawks would have taken him. Panthers would have taken him if he really was that top guy.
I think even if Elam goes here and you're the Bengals, you're still really happy with what you have on the board available to you right now. Obviously, Linderbaum has been a name that everybody's throwing around, center out of Iowa, but where's Lloyd? Where is he at?
Yeah.
There's been no addressing that, and he's a guy that can play in a lot of different spots on that defense. Todd, what do we think? What are we looking at here for Bengals fans as we're coming up here to 31?
Right. So, I mean, there's a good chance we see Elam go in the next 3 or 4 spots. But if Devin Lloyd's
Buffalo, Dallas, Baltimore, all places that could use corner help.
Any corners, right? So if Devin Lloyd all of a sudden falls to 31,
Tennessee, another spot that could use his lockdown corner. Yeah.
Right. So you have a beautiful gift in your lap at 31 if Devin Lloyd is just somehow magically still available, right? So you're fine. And then Travis Jones is still there. And you fill that gap at defensive tackle that you lose from Ogunjobi. So you're still in a good spot no matter what.
He's a guy that can kick out a little bit too. I mean, yeah, you got a lot of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff available to you.
I mean, Cora, I'm sure you agree, but as a Bengals fan, I feel that's why I can drink tonight. I feel good about being able to just relax and not have to worry about what are the Bengals going to do next year.
They could trade out as well. They could trade out.
The Bills pick is in.
The Bills are picking. All right. We need Tommy on here from Bills Mafia.
I think the Bills are one of those teams that everyone has no problem rooting for.
I would agree with that.
You know what I mean? It's just like, and I know they're in the same conference, but
maybe Chiefs fans don't. You know, maybe Chiefs fans don't. I don't know.
Yeah, they hate him. They hate him now. Right?
So the Ravens got the 25th and then a 4th round pick. Not a bad trade for them.
I mean, they basically kind of washed what they traded because they gave up what?
Who did the Chiefs trade with?
Or the Ravens?
Ravens?
No,
Yeah.
no,
that was the Bills. I'm sorry, that was
Sorry,
the Bills traded.
Liquor's getting to us, chat. Sorry.
Yeah, the Bills traded. Who's the Chiefs trade with? To get ahead of
who? Oh God, who was it? It was
We'll find out.
Somebody help us out, chat.
For 2.5 hours. Eventually, the liquor
Hold on.
flowed.
Was it? It wasn't the Saints. The Eagles. Was it? No, it wasn't the Eagles.
No. So Baltimore trades with the Eagles. So
it was the Patriots. It was the Patriots.
Patriots. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. Bill Belichick trading back.
Bill
A tradition like no other.
How do I reach these kids?
A tradition unlike any other.
Is that Sam Elliott?
Yeah, it's like that. Is this a Chevy commercial or a Porsche commercial?
Could you imagine if he called the Masters?
Sam Elliott?
Yeah.
Ooh.
God, I'm just rock solid thinking about it.
The only problem with that is the Masters is great for that like little nap. I don't think I can sleep to Sam Elliott talking to me.
Yeah.
I could.
What do you mean?
Tez, Rob is our Bears fan.
All right,
Bills picks in.
Elam.
All right.
Kaiir, Elam.
Oh shit!
Florida.
We gotta get Tommy on the board right now. Tommy. Tom.
Here's the thing, though. I mean, you're seeing teams jump up to grab the guys they need, and is Cincinnati going to be comfortable just sitting back at 31 and letting the board fall to him? Maybe.
Is Lloyd or Booth available at 31?
Is Linderbaum available at 31?
No, Lloyd or Booth.
No, I think Corey was just asking a follow-up question: is Linderbaum going to be available at 31?
Oh, maybe.
I think they're happy with all those picks though, at 31 is what I'm trying to say. I think they're happy with that.
You create depth, right? Because you can put.
I think Lloyd makes so much sense for Dallas here, though. I think he's exactly
this
what
dude in
kind
the
of
Cowboys alarm hat is ridiculous.
So think about the Bengals offensive line, right? So you have Karras that could play center or guard, Kappas that plays guard. You get Lyell. What if Linderbaum comes in and plays center and Karras can play left guard?
That's what he played at the Patriots for some time as well. So
Yeah,
he has experience
absolutely.
at that position. Yeah.
So you get Linderbaum, who plays in the cornfields, gets his team to the Big Ten, right? Because let's be real, because Iowa's offense did not get them to the Big Ten championship.
What do you mean? They're tight end U, baby. Come on. Iowa's tight end U.
Yeah, 2018, not in 2021.
Right. No, honestly, the person that's helped the most by this is a man named Joe, and I'm not talking about Burrow. If they get Linderbaum, Joe Mixon has some maulers in the middle of that offensive line.
So that's my point. So you create so much depth that you can run the big right inside the 5. Where you bring Carmen off the sidelines or Linderbaum off the sidelines.
If Carmen's playing next year, we'll see. Some news came out today that is less than ideal for Jackson Carmen. Obviously, we have not heard his side of the story, but I've read most of the article. I haven't read it all. I'm at the point now in the article where conflicting information from the accuser's friends have come out.
Let's talk about it. Me and you are at the same spot then.
Okay, so basically what Jackson Carmen was accused of rape that occurred in, I believe it was 2020. Is when the incident was reported. It actually happened at Clemson is when it happened.
Clemson, sorry.
It's okay, the Wellers. So he was accused of this. She reported it 2 years later after the incident. Not saying one person's right, one person's wrong. We don't know right now, right? But this is a serious accusation that needs to be taken seriously and vetted out. And if he is found to be in the wrong, he needs to be punished for that, right?
Right.
The information that she provided, and then they went and followed back up with her friends, and their information was pretty significantly conflicting to what she had reported initially. In terms of the things that she was saying. She said that she had told her friends that he in fact raped her.
Right.
Her friends are saying, I didn't remember it that way. Things like that. So I'm not going to stand here and defend Jackson Carmen because I'm not one to do that. I'm not a lawyer. Right.
Yeah.
So look at this fucking draft room for the Cowboys real quick. Tell me they don't look like fucking Dr. Evil sitting around the fucking table right now. That's exactly what they look like.
That's just because it's Jerry Jones.
Exactly. That's what I mean. Yeah. Yeah. So
I think.
Go ahead, Todd.
So your perception of the opposite side of Jackson Carmen is 110% accurate, right? Because Carmen's living in the world of VIP, right? So it's accusation against versus accusation for, and it honestly it looks like he's going to be innocent in the grand scheme of things. Because
I would tend to agree with you just because Clemson police said when this came out, there's not enough evidence to press charges.
Right. That's what I'm going off of.
That's a big statement.
Right. So that's what I'm basing my opinion off of this.
This also is information that came out 2 weeks before he was drafted.
Right. So you either have if you're a Cincinnati fan, you have the Trevor Bauer situation, right? So Bobby knows. We talked about it, right? So Trevor Bauer before he was in LA. Yeah. So you hear the circumstances of Trevor Bauer's circumstance and you hear all of these things and then it's untrue. It's all untrue. Right? Trevor Bauer is almost exonerated at this point. And then
picking him up in fantasy then. I don't know.
Yeah. And then you hear about Jackson Carmen and you hear the circumstance, you're like, I can't confirm or deny what's going on, but
you gotta wait.
Yeah, you gotta hear an athlete out like that, and I certainly hope for us three, right? Between
Not even just an
between
athlete. You got to hear anybody out. You got to hear anybody out. You got to hear both
Yeah,
sides of the
so
story. It doesn't fucking matter who
you want
they
to
are.
hear that an individual gets their truth, right? And that's where we're at, because we
Yeah.
have one side of the truth that we don't know if it's confirmed or not. And there's, I believe now it's up to 6 sides that negates that initial statement against Jackson Carman.
Yeah, I'm not
So-
sure how many it is.
So-
But I think Lloyd makes so much fucking sense here. The Cowboys. Sorry to cut you off, but they're coming up here to make the pick. I think Lloyd makes so much sense to the Cowboys. He's a star that has fallen. You saw it last year with Micah Parsons, right?
Yeah,
Micah Parsons went late, fell to the Cowboys, and the Cowboys jumped in and took him.
Did the same thing with CeeDee Lamb.
CeeDee Lamb, exactly.
So let's see, Roger Goodell coming up here.
Tyler Smith, offensive tackle out of Tulsa. Dak gets
Tulsa.
more protection.
yep.
We had
Replacing-
mentioned him earlier, so yeah, okay.
Replacing Lael Collins is
Yeah.
basically what's happening here, right?
Yeah, it's interesting how at the beginning of the draft we saw the premium positions go. We saw a little bit of a run on those top tier outside of that safeties and guards, and which are still very important positions. And now we saw quarterback, we're starting to see corners again, tackles, where there was just that little bit of a lull, and now it's picking
Yep.
back up.
Now the value makes sense. Yeah.
Exactly. The value is starting to make sense again. As a Browns fan, I am loving everything that is happening so far.
Mhm.
What I have seen is nobody take a quarterback except for the only team that I was worried about, Baker, if we had to cut him going to. And now that
Yeah.
you've taken Pickett, you have Pickett, Trubisky, and you guys still have Rudolph, right?
Correct.
I just don't see any world that even if the worst case scenario comes, that the Browns have to cut Baker now, that the Steelers are going to go out and get him, because now that is a ridiculous, chaotic.
Yeah, it would make no
quarterback room.
sense.
It would make
And
no sense now.
And I didn't even going into the draft, even if the Steelers didn't take a quarterback, I didn't see a world in which they were taking trying to acquire Baker Mayfield.
No, but there had been reports where if they were to cut him, that they would sign him.
Well, yeah, they're not going to trade for him.
No, they're not. And the Browns would never trade with the Steelers. I don't think that would ever happen.
No,
I don't-
I don't see that
that's just one
happening
of the,
either.
like, interdivision trades are incredibly rare.
The only reason we
already.
got Joe Hayden is because
Well,
he
we
was
cut
no
him.
longer, he's no longer
Yeah.
around.
So what? Let's go ahead, Aaron. Sorry.
No, the only other thing I was going to say is we've seen this run on receivers, and for the Browns, we needed defensive linemen or receiver. So I've seen this run at receiver, which is now eaten up. We saw the run on defensive ends to begin, but we haven't really seen them since. So right now, I'm feeling really comfortable walking into tomorrow.
Right.
So far,
There's a lot of conversation going on in chat about Trubisky. So let's tackle this real quick. Let's see. Rob came in and said, I don't know why the Bears let him go when it obviously was the O-line. The play calling was the issue. Tez commented, said, if you watch the Bears, then you would understand why they let him go. His O-line wasn't that bad when he was there, except for his last year. He had his chances to improve, but he didn't. He has talent, but always seems to make boneheaded plays. They agreed on that. Rob said he's a diehard Bears fan. I wasn't a fan of Trubisky when they drafted him, but after seeing how much better he was than Foles and any other option we had at the time, they were all running for their lives because the O-line was absolute dog shit. If he had protection, he could actually go through a progression, to which Teg said, there's a lot of times he took off instead of going through his progressions. One of his downfalls, his other downfalls, he would make unbelievable throws for a whole drive and then miss some of the easiest throws to keep the drive going.
So here's the thing about Mitch Trubisky, though. He would have won a playoff game had his kicker not fucking missed a 27-yard field goal. Like, let's be very clear about that.
right.
So he has like a 67% win percentage, a 65% completion percentage. He's not awful. In no way,
Yeah,
shape, or form.
but if he was good enough, the Steelers aren't taking a quarterback there.
Right. I agree.
So that right there
Exactly.
shows the confidence that the Steelers actually have in him. He's a stop.
Well, or they're ready. They're confident enough that they can take Kenny Pickett and let him sit a year. That's
No, and that's 100% what they're doing, and that's fine. But my point is, if first round picks are incredibly valuable, not only from the contract standpoint, but you're getting the top pool of talent with that pick, there's a million other positions you could have taken outside of quarterback.
Right.
That
Sure.
to me is telling me that they're not comfortable with Mitch Trubisky past this year, and you could have gone any other position, and you could have still done that.
So there was a report that the Pittsburgh Steelers they were ready to go with 4 different quarterbacks in this draft, that they were prepared to take one of those quarterbacks. Kenny Pickett was on the top of their board, and he was available there at 20. So I think the Steelers are going quarterback all day, kind of what Aaron's saying here, but they just had the luxury of taking their number 1 selection.
Yeah, I mean, if anything, it's motivation for Trubisky to actually step up, and this is kind of like, hey, this is your last shot.
Go get a contract, Playboy.
Show
Right.
us, show us that you can actually lead this team to the playoffs and win some football games. It's definitely Trubisky's last stand, 100%.
Yeah,
And
and he
this
can go earn
is
that
his make
contract.
or break year.
It won't be in Pittsburgh. That's what we just
that's
saw.
what I mean. Yeah,
Yeah.
100%. Yeah, you don't draft. Yeah, exactly. Unless you're the Green Bay Packers. So.
Well, let's just hypothetically say that Trubisky leads them to, I don't know, the divisional round. Does that warrant Trubisky getting another year?
No.
No, not if you just used a first round pick. Similar to what I just said about the Packers. Like the Packers were stupid with the use of that first round pick by taking Jordan Love. It was dumb. It was a dumb pick.
Right.
They didn't get any of that ROI, even if it was a chess match to where they're like, well, we're going to light a fire under Aaron Rodgers. Like, what did that get you? Nothing. You didn't win anything because of that. So good job, I guess. I mean, I don't know what to tell you.
I mean, and not to compare the guys at all, but
Pick is in for Baltimore.
I
Go
mean,
ahead.
when Alex Smith took the Chiefs to 11-5, they were like, all right, great. Thank you so much. Patrick Mahomes is the quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Goodbye. It
Yeah.
doesn't matter how good you do.
Yeah.
Right.
The writing is now on the wall.
Right.
Yeah. So the Ravens also took Kyle Hamilton earlier in the first round, getting a great
Another
pick
divisional
there.
pick.
Yeah, another divisional pick coming up here for the Ravens. And where are we leaning? What's the big? We need an update on the big board, Aaron. What's the big board sitting at right now?
At least in terms of
Just
best
overall
player.
value. Yeah, BPA.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still going with my guy from Florida State.
Jermaine?
Yeah. I think that makes a lot of sense because that's who I had them taking last time, and they took Kyle Hamilton, who I would say is the better player. But I think the Ravens could use a defensive end.
What else do we have in terms of just kind of go down the list? What are positions? What do we have? Best offensive lineman available?
Best offensive lineman available currently, and we just had the guy from Tulsa was the last off the board, if I'm remembering correctly.
Right.
You're going to be looking at, I know Penning was taken, Zion Johnson was taken.
Yep.
Linderbaum.
Linderbaum's next available. Okay.
Yep.
Could be.
Yeah.
I mean, could be Lloyd. I mean, the fact that Lloyd is still available is just fucking
Right. It's crazy. It's
blowing
crazy.
my mind.
Lloyd's still available right now. It's nuts.
It's just an absolute stud. I just really blown away. Here comes the pick. Tyler Linderbaum going to the Ravens.
Wow.
Oh, shit.
Oh boy, guys! The Bengals weren't taking an offensive lineman. I'm sorry, they weren't doing it. They didn't spend that much money this offseason to go take it off. They got 3 starters on the O line. They're not drafting one in the first round. It's just not happening.
So, I mean, you still got Booth on the board as a defensive back for you, which would be interesting. But I would say the way that this has all fallen, I mean, the best situation possible that the Bengals could have seen was some of these quarterbacks actually being taken, because that's the one position. Obviously, wide receiver is nice to see going on a run because you didn't need that position. But it would have been great to have some of those picks filled by quarterbacks, knowing full well you don't give a shit about that.
Right.
You're seeing a lot of these premium positions go in front of you, and not that some of these guys can't be good, but from the outside looking in, I would say the board hasn't been falling your way so far.
I'll tell you,
Titans
man,
trade the pick.
his ability to get to the second level and make
Titans.
a block is unreal.
Ooh. Boys. Jets.
Wow.
Jets trade.
Jets
Yeah.
traded.
Yeah.
The Titans are just trading tonight.
They're just saying fuck it.
I do like the Burks pick for them. So I think, yeah, interesting.
Wait, you get Burks because you release AJ, right? You get rid of him, so you got your spot. But
What are the Jets doing though? That's
Right,
the
what are
thing.
the
Here's the
Jets
thing.
doing?
Here's the
Yeah.
thing. We were saying the Jets are happy as fuck because they're walking away with Sauce and Wilson. Now,
Right.
now
What are
let's
they
throw a
doing
little
now?
cherry on top.
Hey,
Let's-
Lamar Jackson just tweeted, "What the fuck?" after drafting Tyler Linderbaum. If you're Tyler Linderbaum and you
Really?
see that, oh yeah.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
And the crazy thing
That's
is
your
that's a
boy,
guy
too,
coming off an
right?
injury, playing on his 5th year.
Oh yeah. Huntley might be the fucking starter in Baltimore, guys. Let's
I'd be very surprised at that. I mean, Baltimore can still franchise tag for 2 years.
Ravens are having a good draft. Ravens are having a good draft.
A good draft for us.
Not for the
Corey,
AFC.
why defend that?
Why do I think they're having a
Yeah.
good draft? I saw when they picked Kyle Hamilton, I said you're in a division where you have teams that can take the roof off, right? You have teams that can stretch the field. Amari Cooper, DPJ. Then you look at the Bengals and you've got guys like obviously Jamar Chase, and now you've got T. Higgins. Then you have and then you have Dante Johnson, and then now you have Hayden Hurst, who's a tight end of the Bengals, who's more of a vertical threat than CJ Uzomah ever was, right?
Absolutely.
So now you need that guy that can keep that roof. And Kyle Hamilton was the best safety in the draft. He was the best one. So you got that, right? Now, if you're looking for a guy that can help you do what the Ravens like to do the best, which is run the football, don't forget they got Kyle Dobbins coming back next year. They are going to be heavy in that running back room.
And Edwards.
So you get a guy that can help you establish a running game. I think it's exactly what the Ravens needed, and it's exactly what they want to
you're
do.
a team like the Ravens, and if assuming that Lamar Jackson is the future of that, you're running so much out of the shotgun. Like I don't value center in that same way.
No, you have to. Well, hold on. You have
No,
to, right?
no, you don't. Center is not a pass. Center is not a pass blocking position. It's not. It's a run blocking position.
You're right, but your center is the guy that controls your scheme, right? So here's the thing: Linderbaum going into this draft is your highest IQ offensive lineman. He scored a 35, 36 on the Wonderlic. So you get Linderbaum, you bring him in, and you get a guy like Lamar who can run. He's athletic, but he's not a scheme quarterback, right? So you need a guy like Linderbaum, especially if you lose Hollywood. You have to have a guy that understands what's coming towards you. So you get a guy like Linderbaum that gets the opportunity to see
Lead.
what's coming at you.
To lead that O line. Yeah.
Right.
Where's
I get it. I think you find more value at center in the second and third round
Sure.
than you do in the first.
Well, he could play guard, by the way. He doesn't necessarily.
Yeah.
Right. So Linderbaum is high IQ on the line. It's not necessarily. I get super passionate about offensive line. I can't.
Where
I
is
just wound you up. I was like, center doesn't fucking matter, and I just wound.
No, it matters. It matters. Interior
pick-
offensive line matters in the AFC North.
No, of course.
especially because
Yeah.
Sounds like fuck you, Aaron.
There's no problem having a top guy at a position. I all I'm talking about is like from the pure like business side of it of how am I going to allocate my resources?
Sure.
And
interior
I just
offensive
do it
line is lower on that list for the first round. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, no, but Linderbaum gives you the value 3 years later because there's no guarantee that Lamar Jackson's in there 3 years from now, right? There's not. It's not.
Jermaine Johnson is off the board, going to the
Finally, I've been calling this
Jets.
guy's name for a while. The Jets have.
And another trade, gentlemen. The Bucks are now out, and the Jags are back in the first round at number 27. Jacksonville making moves.
Okay.
Who are they coming up for? Karlaftis is still on the board. the guy from Purdue, the edge rusher from Purdue. He's still on the board.
Yes,
That's a
he
good
is.
one. That's a good one.
Hall is still on the board as well, but they just went edge rusher in the first round. They're not going to do that again. I don't think they're going to, because they just took Josh Allen's 5th-year option in Jacksonville today.
Isn't the
Right.
Ibikiti,
Allen.
the edge rusher from Penn State, still on the board?
Josh Allen, edge rusher from University of Kentucky. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. You said Josh
okay.
Allen. I'm like, Jacksonville took Josh Allen's 5th-year option. Sorry. It took my brain a couple minutes to process.
What were you saying, Aaron?
Ibikiti, the guy from Penn State's on the board, edge rusher. Honestly, you know who the New York teams are kind of crushing this, because the Giants are sitting there with the 4th pick in the 2nd round, and they failed to pick up Jones's 5th-year option.
Mm-hmm.
What if Malik Willis falls to them in the 2nd round for the Giants?
I mean, so they obviously still have Daniel Jones under contract for this year, and they can franchise tag him next year if they want to.
Right. But like
That's
we said with
I mean-
Pickett, I don't think any of these quarterbacks are viewed as day one starters. I think everyone's going to be happy with benching them for a year.
So then in that, I mean, think about it this way. Is there another backup quarterback? Who spends the most time together in the quarterback room? The 2nd and 3rd string quarterback. Who would you want spending more time with than Tyrod Taylor, a guy that has been around everywhere and has a lot of talent? I mean, Malik Willis spending time with Tyrod.
Tyrod Taylor.
I love Tyrod Taylor.
He loves Tyrod Taylor.
He does.
He loves him.
Love him.
Here's
the man.
my bold prediction. Minnesota right now is sitting with the 32 pick. That pick will be traded for a quarterback.
Ooh. And that quarterback will be
Malik Willis.
Malik Willis. Okay. I like it. I mean, I wanted you to call it out for the real.
Yeah, you don't want me to.
I wanted you to go all the way there.
I like dipping my toes in pools, and you want me to cannonball.
That's right, baby. That's right. Because it's that much better when it hits. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh man, this is getting fun, man.
We're
This
having
has
fun
been
tonight, boys.
This is a great first round. We're coming down the
Jets
stretch
have had
here.
3 picks in the first round.
Well, now we have Tampa Bay coming up right here in this spot.
So
Yeah,
here's the Jets. The Jags are on the board right now, Todd.
So-
If you're the Jets, you have gotten Sauce Gardner, Garrett Wilson, and Jermaine Johnson. Dude.
Tampa,
You gotta
got
be jacked.
Tampa Bay is traded for the spot. Tampa Bay traded.
No,
for
no,
They traded out.
out. They traded out.
Oh, out. I'm sorry. You're right.
God damn it.
That Weller is hitting hard. Maybe I should
Yeah.
have bought you that Whopper.
Yeah, maybe you should have gotten him that Whopper.
Yeah.
I think next year we take that Friday after the draft off and we all just get touted for the draft.
I'll have more vacation next year. I'm in.
There you go.
Sign me up.
That is
Aaron,
actually my favorite thing to not for the draft, but
I know where you're going.
I couldn't do it this year, and it pissed me off. The best thing you can do for yourself is take the Monday after the Super Bowl off. You have this weird. It's like that weird in between. Unless you work for a bank and you get like every fucking Monday off. You after New Year's, it's like Memorial Day is the next federal holiday. Right. Take the fucking Super Bowl off. Enjoy yourself.
President's Day. You get President's Day in February or January, right?
That will be a thing. Actually, the NFL did a really funny thing where they extended to a 17-game season, and this year, the Super Bowl was on. I believe it was like the 15th
day before Valentine's Day.
The day before Valentine's Day, and if you wait 6 more years and keep it the same way, it'll fall on Valentine's Day, and people will get murdered.
Divorce.
Like, I don't give a shit about Valentine's. It's the Super Bowl.
No, you turn it into brunch. You do Valentine's Day brunch. Yeah.
They'll have an 18-game season by that point. And then President's Day will be the day after the Super Bowl.
Oh, God, yes.
I don't get President's Day.
I don't either, but I'm going to take it because I love my country.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You all right there, Todd?
Yeah, it's too hot. It got too hot.
Oh, okay. Why are you getting hot?
Well, Aaron's talking about all the right things. I got too hot.
God damn it.
I'm talking about the calendar. I'm talking about
Bobby, you have to clip this episode tonight. You have to go through and just do the Todd moments This is the best of Todd.
Right. You get 2 times a year where I get toasty. Because I guess I'm a young dad.
What's the other one?
His birthday.
Yeah, my birthday.
Bobby
Yeah.
said that like, God damn it.
It would have been so much better for no reason. He's just like, I don't know, August 15th. Trapped.
This is it. This is my time, right? Because
Well, that's
very
a lie.
good
This year, your brother's getting married, so
Just a random date.
Yeah. I get blacked out in the garage.
Yeah. We get
No,
good
son,
Brian
look
Grimes.
away. Daddy's having his day. It's August 15th.
It's
Get outta
August
here.
15th.
Yeah.
Just fucking playing Metallica and just shotgunning beers at 6 in the morning.
are we doing beer Olympics with Lee and Joe's this year at any point?
Sure. I don't know who they are, but I'm in. Let's go. Team Rally Towel. That's what country we are.
Yeah.
Aaron and I
We
win
have
beer
to do-
Olympics. That's what we do.
have to do this. golf thing.
I've never finished without
Oh,
a
yeah.
gold medal.
How-
Every
how
beer
is
Olympics I
everyone's golf game
participated
here,
in,
by the
I've
way?
won.
Yeah, how's Bobby's a pretty good golfer.
Yeah, so I was Corey and I were talking about earlier. We played. There's a local course down in Cincinnati called Potters. If you play golf down in Cincinnati,
It's in
you
Hamilton,
likely
but
played
yeah.
that course. Well, for people who haven't been down there
Yeah.
in Cincinnati, just north. But yeah, we shot well. The first, I would say, through the first 7 holes, we were under par. We did like a 2-man scramble. I was on fire, first 9 holes. I think we finished overall. I think we finished 5 over par.
There you go.
Okay.
As a
Fun
team,
day.
me and my brother. I was telling you on hole 11, that par 3 that's just over the water. Once you hit the back 9, that's the greens there are super small. They are super tough to hit. And I put that one 15 feet and then sank the putt for birdie. So
Like a bouse.
yeah,
Love that.
fucking
Me and
bat.
Aaron got a nice trip coming up here for his bachelor party in about
Ooh, nice. Where
2
you guys
months.
Heyo.
We're headed up
Yeah.
to northern Michigan, Bel Air, home of Bell's Brewery.
I do
Yeah.
apologize.
Excuse me,
Josh
short,
actually hit that
short.
putt. I did not hit that putt. It was a natural par for me, but I was like, Josh, go ahead and hit it. Let's see if we hit birdie, and he hit it. So we were just kind of
Sweet.
rubbing it in at that point.
There you go.
But
Pick is in for the Jaguars. Lloyd makes a lot of sense here. Who's the other safety out of Michigan? He's fallen a little bit too, right?
Yeah. So you still have what's his name? Oh, Daxton Hill.
Daxton Hill. Okay. And the Jaguars select.
nobody saw that.
Devin Lloyd going to the Jags. Makes a lot of sense. He's a baller, right? He's just
Yeah.
gonna get out there and ball, and that's exactly what you need if you're the Jaguars right now. You need guys that can make plays. So it makes a lot of sense for Jacksonville.
6'3", 237, runs a 4.6.
That's insane.
That's unbelievable.
And I'm pretty, or there was was there one linebacker taken already or no? Was that the first linebacker?
No, the guy from Georgia, inside linebacker from
yeah,
Georgia.
okay.
Yeah. Yep.
So interesting pick coming up here for Green Bay.
Mhm.
They basically let everyone jump in front of them.
Yep.
They had the opportunity to do so just like everybody else. And the amount of draft capital that was given up to jump, I don't think it was anything outrageous. It was pretty much in line, with what you expect. And we saw the run between Wilson, Olave, Jameson. Green Bay needs a receiver, and they do this every year where they're never aggressive at all. And I'm curious to see what they do here, because they could take a receiver, but the value of it's going to be terrible.
Todd with his 76th bathroom break of the evening.
He's getting litty tonight. Just let him have it.
Let him have it.
Yeah, let me have my moment, goddammit.
I just had to take a shot at your miniature sized bladder.
Can we get a?
He's the
Yeah,
Kenny
thank you so
Pickett of
much.
bladders.
Yeah. I need bladder hands. Come on.
I had to. I'm sorry.
There's a running joke between Todd and I. Is like as soon as he hears the sound of a beer crack, he's got to immediately take a piss. He doesn't even have to drink it.
Yo, Todd,
just
I'm
have
with
to go
you,
to the
man.
bathroom.
Once that seal's cracked for me, I'm with you.
I'm 6'5" to 70 something right now. I have the smallest bladder known to man. That's an absolute tragedy. I hate it.
So Bengals fan.
Aaron has hair all the way up to.
He does.
Yeah, I'm chilling, dude.
Your hair is fucking wild tonight. And I love it.
Hey,
It's this
just
guy.
everywhere.
It's this
I wish I
gigantic
had
pair of
hair.
headphones that just wants to always.
so
I'm crushing
Bengals fans, if you're wondering who the fuck are we taking right now, just kind of some updates on who's available. You've seen a couple of guys that we've wanted. Obviously, Lloyd just getting taken there by the Jags earlier. You had Linderbaum, and then prior to that, you had Kier Elam getting drafted as well. So, if you are the Bengals, who are we looking at here? I think Karl Aftis, the edge rusher out of Purdue.
Yeah.
And then who's the guy out of Penn State? What's his name? Ebikidi or something like that. I have no idea.
Yeah,
His name.
Jones out of
Rusher, yeah.
UConn too, still readily available.
Daxon Hill, safety out of Michigan.
Logan
Hall, interior defensive lineman out of Houston, is another guy that we've seen a lot of stuff getting posted about him. There's still plenty of playmakers available for you, the Bengals. Listen, when you're picking at 31 in every single round, you're not going to just be like, oh my God, this guy is going to change our team. Because listen, you don't need that many changes to your team at this point if you're picking at 31. You need little bits in here. So now it's about where does this guy fit in with what I currently have on my depth chart? Where does he fit in with what I try to do as a unit, whether it's defense, offense, whatever? How can I fit this guy into to help our team immediately? And that's who you take. You're not always going to take the top guy off the board, which is why we've seen some of these guys drop. It's because they don't fit in with what these other teams are trying to do. We talked about it earlier with why Garrett Wilson wasn't the first wide receiver taken. With what the Falcons already have with Kyle Pitts, it just made a lot more sense to take London there and go height, big men, big guys that are going to help them score when they get close to the red zone. So, still a lot of people here.
Falcons going to get close to the red zone this year.
Well, I mean, Cordell Patterson.
That's a this year thing. That was more so a joke.
No.
Yeah, but if you're the Bengals,
Pick is in for the Packers.
If you're the Bengals, you made it to the Super Bowl last year, so you should be pretty comfortable with your roster. You made some moves on the offensive line. Was this not the year to give up future capital to move up and get a guy? I'm surprised how much they're just letting this fall.
That's what the Bengals do. I mean, they don't move up or down
like that.
Not in the draft. No.
Yeah.
They feel like they know the guys well enough that are going to be around where they're picking. And I think if they honestly felt like somebody that they didn't like, or if they honestly felt like they didn't have somebody left that they liked, they would have already done it. And you saw them do that with like Drew Sample a few years back ago. It wasn't a great pick, but they did it anyway. They moved up because they thought he was going to get taken. Turns out that wasn't really the case, but they went up and got the guy that they thought. So clearly they value one of these guys left on this board. They clearly value one of these guys, or they're working right now to try and get Kansas City's pick, or they're trying to get up here to 20 to 29, or obviously they're not going to get to 30 with New or
could you even see them at this point potentially trading back?
Yeah, I could see that happening too. If they don't value somebody that's left, they could be selling that 31st
because
pick.
There's a lot of value in that first and second last pick of let me grab this extra year option. If you're not sold of any of the guys left on the board is still a top 32.
Yeah.
Appreciate
everybody hanging with us tonight. If you're still hanging with us, say hi in the chat. Go ahead and like the video, share the video. Welcome to Rally Towel Sports presentation of Line to Gains 2022 NFL Draft Show. Bobby, Aaron, Corey, that's me, and Todd hanging with us tonight. Having a good time. And Andrew Whitworth is making the selection for the Green Bay Packers. That is something.
It's a bold strategy, Caught. Let's see if it pays off for him.
Wait, he's making the pick for the why?
Well, he's retired, so he's not affiliated with any team. I don't know.
Right, but wouldn't it
Walter
make sense?
Payton,
Why
man
would
of the
we
year.
announce the Bengals pick? That would make more sense.
Yeah, or the I don't. Whatever.
Walter
okay.
Payton, man of the year. I don't know.
And
Which
NFL
obviously-
Sucking the Packers' dick more. I don't know.
I was gonna say, obviously, that guy, that
Yeah.
award comes with reading off the Packers pick. Everyone knows that. You get the patch on the jersey, read the Packers pick.
Kind of want to hear what he's saying, but I'm not going to do that to my mic right now because I value you all. I'm sure I'll see the video later.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Watching it this way is I don't really have the storylines. Could you imagine doing this though, while like the Tunsil thing was happening and we're like on mute?
Yeah, yeah, right. No, yeah, or just like he got drafted here 7th overall, and last weekend his mother was shot and killed. It's
Every
like,
year they do that.
do some
I
stupid
hate
shit
that.
like that. All right, now Goodell's taking back over on the podium.
All right.
So we only got a few picks left here, boys. With this marathon show that is our NFL draft show. We did it last year. Doing it again this year. We're over 3 hours now that we've been podcasting. It's
Crazy.
Devontae Wyatt, Georgia, defensive tackle. Great pick for the Packers.
Wow.
Anytime I see defensive lineman Georgia, I'm just like, yeah, good pick. Good pick.
Yep.
Yeah. That's fine. It's
That was
fine.
my evaluation.
Yeah.
I'm retweeting
It's
the
easy.
Lamar
300 and
Jackson.
4 pounds. He ran a 4.77 at 6'3", 300 pounds.
Holy shit, dude.
A 4.77. That is
Dude,
an
I can
absolute
barely get out of
fucking
bed
unit.
in 4.77. That is ridiculous.
That's nuts. Whew.
Aaron, here's the thing. Corey Aaron, right? We're what?
This is great.
6'4", 6'5".
Yep.
Somewhere I can't get out of bed in the morning. I'm dead to the world.
Especially tomorrow.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Todd's gonna be sick tomorrow.
Tonight's episode is sponsored by Pedialyte. It's not just for babies.
Patriots pick is in.
It's also sponsored by Liquid IV.
Oh yeah, those go hard in the paint too.
Mhm. And the OG
Todd, I just have one
hydrogen
question for you.
dioxide.
Are you going to the gym in the morning?
No.
He made that choice hours ago.
He's been doing Weller curls all night. What's he need to
Yeah.
go to the gym for?
Fucking got a pump going on real hard right now.
Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
Weller.
50,
Oh
50 boys,
Wait a minute. Where did that bottle start?
right here.
Yeah, you did
Power.
more damage than I did. I'll tell you,
You are
that.
fucking annihilated.
Well,
no.
I live. But
Oh, I got this. I got the ticker wrong. I'm gonna update it. KC is after
The Patriots.
who have the pick in right now. It's the Patriots are up, followed by Kansas City.
I feel like the second half of the draft has kind of flown by a little bit,
Mm.
or that's the booze. I don't know.
Yeah, both.
Probably a little bit of both.
Yeah, it's fine.
Mixing in some waters.
Smart man. I stopped drinking water a long time ago.
Like in your life or like today?
Well, 2013. So yeah, way real long time ago.
God damn it. Todd is something special tonight, ladies and gentlemen. You're getting rare form out
Yeah,
of Toddy.
Rare
one
form.
time a year. One time a year. This is me right now. yeah.
All right.
It's
Reel it in.
fine.
Reel it in. Reel it in.
This needs to be like around the horn where we can just like mute him. For
Mute
30
him. I can actually.
seconds. Just kidding.
I have the power. There we go. Have you calmed down now? Oh, this is
Thank you for
great.
the warning.
All right, so realistically, there's 4 picks left in the first round. Cincinnati is coming up in 2 picks. Where are they going, guys?
Oh,
I think that they're going. I think they take Hill.
Jackson Hill. Yep.
Yeah.
No Booth. No Booth.
Booth is a good pick there, but I don't think they're gonna. I don't think they're gonna re-sign Jesse Bates.
That's fair.
So I think they're making an investment in that position now. I think his value has fallen. He's fallen to them at 31. Yeah, I'm getting. Do you guys want? I mean, do you care a lot? Can I think I've already been able to confirm where these picks are going. If you want me to go ahead and share right now.
Sure.
So the Patriots are taking Chattanooga guard Cole Strange.
In the first round.
Yep. And the Chiefs are taking George.
Wow. Okay.
They're taking Karlaftis. The Chiefs are. Yep.
So
So
I think
wait. Cole Strange goes in the first round.
Yep. To the Patriots. It's replacing Karras. It's replacing Karras.
Yeah, but he was third round to the fucking. No way. No way.
that's
Well,
Bill Belichick, man.
Here he is.
Bill Bailey.
He trades back and overdrafts.
How do I reach these kids?
I think if you guys take Hill, I think that's the best value probably left on the board. I wouldn't say if you went with Booth, I don't think that's a reach by any means.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Hill is by far the best value still left.
I'd say Abike, the edge rusher out of Penn State. I would prefer him because he can play. He can play inside. So yeah, I would take him.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, he can play inside. He can play the 3 technique and the 5 technique.
I hope you take Malik Willis.
Or yeah, okay. And
Aaron,
I think
fuck
hey,
you.
listen,
I love you, but Aaron, fuck you. Get out of here, bro.
That's fair.
Let's go somewhere else. Okay.
I would like I also think Logan Hall makes a lot of sense here. It's a guy that you've been hearing his name get passed around a lot. So Logan Hall is another person.
You guys heard it here first. Corey James wants Logan Paul, professional boxer.
Another guy that may let's see here. Those are kind of that Daxton Hill, BK, and Logan Hall. Those are kind of where my head goes for the Bengals. It's defense.
Right?
It's defense.
Yeah, it's gotta be Daxton. It's not.
I'm sorry, Miss Daxton.
Ooh,
I am so brown.
Beautiful. You guys are crushing it right now. You're just crushing it.
I think it's interesting to see that Tampa Bay has the first pick of the second round,
Sure.
especially with the way that the quarterbacks have fallen.
As
I mean, you
Cole
got Tom
Strange.
Brady for a couple years.
Cole
You take
Low-key.
that's an interesting position to walk into tomorrow.
Oh man, it sucks. It sucks for the Bengals, but that's a big pick for the Patriots.
Yeah,
I thought you just said you weren't high on him.
No, well, I'm drunk, so take it whatever way you want. But I like Cole Strange a lot. I do. I like him a lot.
I can't wait for you to watch this.
That's
back
great
tomorrow.
analysis.
I can't wait for you to watch this back tomorrow.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, as Todd said, he was not projected until probably late second, early third round.
Yeah.
To go, and he's going first round to the Patriots, which, maybe it's a big brain Belichick play, or maybe it's just a Belichick play that doesn't make a lot of sense, but it's Bill Belichick, so it makes sense.
He's traditionally a pretty terrible drafter, actually.
Yeah, that's fair. Chiefs wasted absolutely zero time. Their pick's already in, and Roger Goodell is walking up. Let's see if Corey is also accurate with this pick. He did call the Cole Strange pick. George Karlaftis, Purdue edge rusher. He called it.
Yes, sir. So I think I probably have the Bengals pick here, but I kind of want to look, but I don't want to. I think I have it.
Let's do this together.
Yeah.
Let's do this together. Put that phone down, face down.
I'm not gonna look. I can see when somebody's getting to the podium,
Hey.
but I
No.
can't see the
'cause you're
tweets.
watching on your phone. I meant
Yeah,
like
I got my
Twitter.
phone. Yeah, I got my phone away, so I can see when I get a tweet and I can wipe it away, but I can't see it. So we're gonna do this together. Bengals fans, who we want. This is our time at
Carl
31.
Naftis?
I want. I really like Logan Hall. Out of Houston. Daxton Hill would be a pretty good investment in that
I think you're
safety
taking
position.
I think you're taking Booth.
Booth, I'd take him.
That's what I said. I don't think it's a reach.
No, I think it's a good pick for a position of need as well. You're getting a good player who, if you told me at the beginning of the draft that's who we got, I would have been happy with it as well. So we got options here. As long, I mean, at this point though, I honestly like the Bengals front office. They've earned our trust, right? They've earned Bengals fans' trust to like whoever they're going to take in the first round.
I mean, but just think like a guy like George Karlaftis, like you're going to a playoff football team.
Mm-hmm.
Like how fucking dope is that? Like you're going to be in the playoffs. You got
Right.
Pat Mahomes. Like
Yeah.
it's an automatic win.
Well,
No.
do you know that you lost Tyreek Hill? Supposedly the best division in football now is the AFC West.
Yeah, that's a good point.
You got Denver apparently is winning the Super Bowl because they have Russell Wilson. And
Yeah, but you're also hitching your wagon to Mahomes. If it's not this year, it's next.
yeah, you're,
You know what I mean?
gonna,
Like you're always going to be playing prime time
meaningful football. Yeah, yep, absolutely. And a lot of these guys are about brand and exposure now. So Chiefs are a great place for that. They're one of the NFL's,
Yeah, you get Paul Rudd with it. It's great.
Yeah, I mean. All right, so the Bengals are on the clock, and the pick is in. They are going to go to a commercial here. Just get ready for it. Okay.
Todd, may I ask what you're sipping on now? Is that a little rum and diet?
Well, the Woodford's gone.
The rum's gone.
This guy is just abusing bottles.
Why is all the rum gone?
So Minnesota at 32, do they take Malik Willis? Is that? I mean, a guy you can sit behind.
We've actually seen trades where those trades are made prior to them actually being on the clock. So I made that bold prediction at the end. I don't think it's going to come to fruition.
What about
funny
Tampa?
Enough, that's why I said Tampa is in a great spot.
Desmond Ritter as well. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
so here's
that would
tradition
make more sense.
any other. Tradition unlike any other. The Bengals pick is in, and they have gone to a commercial on the NFL draft. So we're gonna see if they announce it.
They will. It's the first round. They haven't not announced a pick yet.
I know, but it's just what they do, Aaron. Just what they do. Oh boy!
If you win the Super Bowl, they don't do that.
It's true. Everybody wants to hear Super Bowl champs pick. Oh wait. All right. Coming down the stretch. Keep the steam up. Chat, stay with us. You've been with us for 3 hours and 23 minutes and counting now. Who do we want? Who's it going to be? Todd's already looking it up right now because he can't wait. He's one of the kids that unwraps his presents before Christmas.
Right.
Don't even say anything. I don't want to hear anything.
We're doing this together, Todd. Come on.
No, he's not doing it with us.
Sorry.
What do you mean?
Sorry about that.
Oh, they're taking a Canadian.
Sorry. I want to do it.
Chat, we're getting into the last minutes of the stream here. I've obviously going for almost 3.5 hours now. It's absolutely insane. Appreciate all the love tonight. 132 comments, 17 reactions, 4 shares. You guys have been all over it tonight. We definitely appreciate you guys coming out and dealing with our drunken shenanigans and me eating Wendy's live. That was probably pretty gross, but
And the Kenny Pickett pick.
yeah.
You shoved your mouth full of a chicken sandwich to not answer a question tonight.
You did. That happened today.
I deep throated that son of a bitch.
Wow.
I mean,
Was it good?
it was delicious.
I can't wait to get to cash in on that Whopper one night when I'm just like, I don't want to, or at work. That's probably when I'll do it. So just send me.
All
a
you'll
Whopper.
have to do is just personally text me your address, and I'll know exactly what you want. That's it. You don't have to say anything else. Just
Your
address.
body.
I mean,
Airdrop.
Hey, you up?
Airdrop.
Hey, you up?
you up?
You up? Yeah. Can use that Whopper right now. That could be taken in a lot of different ways. Taken in a lot of different directions there. All right.
I was gonna say, if you get a nudie from me, just don't question it.
Can we get this fucking pick now, please?
I mean, you don't want to see these sweet commercials with Derek Carr and Derrick Henry and Derek Wilson and Derek Allen.
Derek Jeter.
Derek. Derek.
Just the value that Todd is contributing right now is unparalleled. I mean, it's
Derek.
all right. We got it.
Todd, 10 a.m. tomorrow. I'm gonna just need a self wellness check.
Yeah.
I'll be fine.
I'll be back. I'll be back. I'll be back.
All right.
Don't worry about it.
Pick is in. Todd, I really wish you would have waited with us. It's okay. It's okay.
You okay? Okay.
The pick is in. Come on, let's go.
Some of us have to work tomorrow. God damn it.
Oh my God! Now they're going to fucking Mel Kiper. Are we serious right now? Are we serious right now?
Todd.
I should have done. I really regret not slicking my hair back tonight and going with the Kuiper look.
You should have been, dude. That's fucking hilarious.
I would have been 100% on your bandwagon.
That would have been fucking hilarious. Next year,
Next year, I'm doing it.
get the glasses, dude. That'd be so.
Showing up
All
full
right,
Kuiper.
Roger Goodell is walking up to
All right, here we go. The Bengals selection is with the 31st pick in the 2020 NFL Draft. Cincinnati Bengals select Daxton Hill, safety, Michigan.
That's value.
Let's go, baby. All right.
Good pick.
It is a good pick. I mean, the value is huge comparatively to where he was placed on the big board, fell all the way down. Safety is one of those positions that if you don't have a need, you're not going to draft it. So I think that's where you see like Kyle Hamilton fell a little bit. If you don't have need, you're not going to use a first round pick on it. The Bengals have a need in being able to plug that guy in. So obviously with Jesse Bates in the last year of his contract, Von Bell is not a long-term solution at the other end of safety as well. So here we are.
I hate it because that's a good pick. You know,
Yeah.
I am sitting here at 14. That's it's a really good value pick. And like you said, if they're planning on moving on from Bates, you know, that's even better. And he doesn't have to come in right away and
Be an all-star.
exactly.
Yeah, he doesn't have to be an impact player right now. He can just be a guy that gets better through the year.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely. And in depth.
And especially at defensive back where you can go nickel dime and he can still be out there without being a starter while also subbing in packages. Yeah, that's great. That's a great pick. Go fuck yourself.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Anytime I hear the fact that I'm like Bobby didn't get that reaction just makes me feel better.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really know about Daxton's hand size for sure, but
That's true. Not as much exposure there. Hats off to him. Congratulations. Welcome to the impending Super Bowl champs. Congrats.
I doubt it. But yeah, that's good for you guys.
Hey, Corey, Todd, I got you guys a gift. You ready?
Let's see it. Oh, yeah, that's what he wants. That's it. Just here for my body. Good for you. I want to just get some of the, let's see, some of the feedback here.
The last pick of the first round is in by the Vikings.
So some of you may follow Joe Goodberry on Twitter if you're a Bengals fan. Here's his reaction to the Bengals pick. One of the most perfect profiles in this NFL draft class was top 10 on their big board, on his big board in general for players. Let's see here. What else do we have here? This from it says, "Welcome to QB Purgatory, Pittsburgh. Browns have been there for decades. Not fun." Yikes. Just trying to look for some other feedback. Bengals fans, how are we feeling? Daxton Hill, Todd, how are you feeling, buddy?
Good.
About the draft pick.
Love it. I love it. Love Dex. Love it.
He got knocked the rails.
Oh boy. All right, where's Minnesota getting here?
I mean, do they go defense here?
Running back?
I don't. Well, I mean, who's best available?
Kenneth Walker's available still. A 1-2 punch of Dalvin and Kenneth Walker. You already got J. Jeff. Irvin's going to be back next year, healthy at tight end. I don't know. These Viking fans are fucking freaking me out though on this broadcast. Are any of these guys? Are they selling beer here? They have to be, right? It's Las Vegas. Like, I don't see anybody partying at all. I just kind of see a bunch of people standing around. I've kind of wanted to go to the draft forever, but I would want to go get litty titty. Like, I wouldn't want to just be standing around for fucking 3 hours. I did that tonight. You know what I mean? If I'm going to the draft, I want to go to the draft and rage and like a football game. You know, I want to have fun.
I don't know if I could just stand for 3.5 hours and just watch people walk on stage.
There's like a stormtrooper / Mandalorian person for literally every fan base. I feel like at this point. See the Vicalorian, the Vikings Mandalorian version. Obviously, you had the Bengals Stormtrooper and the Bengalorian. Do the Browns have anybody that, like? Do you guys have like people that like dress up as like characters inspired by the Browns?
Yeah, it's all dog related though.
Right.
You
It's
know,
like Snoopy.
There's
Like Clifford the big red
who
dog?
Everyone hates. He's kind of just like a total douche. He's like the guy who wears like the pumpkin head.
Is it a real pumpkin?
I don't think so. I don't know. Fuck that guy.
Okay. We're going back-to-back safeties here. Georgia
We just have an
safety.
actual dog. We got Swagger Jr., baby.
There you go. He's like a
Bull
little.
Mastiff.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, that's everyone's favorite things: football and dogs.
Lewis Sign.
Sign, excuse me, out of
Yeah.
Georgia, safety.
Yep. Well, that's it.
6'2", 200 pounds, 4'3", 4'3", 40. Just lighting quick.
Wow.
Big,
Okay.
Big, he's long, and he can move.
I got something
And-
else for you like that.
And Tampa's got the second pick in the second round too.
Throw it
They're
at
sitting
me,
in a good
Daddy.
spot.
Chat, it has been an unforgettable
Oof.
time this evening. We've had an absolute ton of fun. We appreciate all the love, all of the comments. The banter tonight has been amazing. I think at this point, I think most of us are tapped out, especially Todd. I know there's a few of us that need to go to bed. So we're going to hang it up here. You guys have an absolutely fantastic weekend. We will be back on Tuesday for Town Hall. And, don't do anything we wouldn't do over the weekend. For Aaron, Todd, Corey, and myself, Rally Towel Sports, Line to Gain, the Generous Degenerates. Catch you Tuesday.
Peace.